Hello. We're going to get everybody started, get everything going. Just give us a minute. We're going to start a little countdown to get everyone involved and get ready for Content Creators Hangout. Hello, good evening. How is everybody? I'm super excited to hang out with you. Oh, see, I hung up this, but nobody can see it. So I got to figure out that. That's not going to work because that's literally where my head is. So I don't know. I got to figure that out. But good evening. How is everybody? I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to hang out with some creators. We're going to do our normal thing. I am making myself a mixed drink. I'm going to have a little bit of Pepsi here. We sat through the countdown and everything. Cheers to that, man. Sit down to the countdown. Do your thing. I gotta redo this whole thing. I'm gonna get some pages up and some cool stuff. So we got the Pepsi in here. We got some Pepsi in here. If you are a creator and I said you can come on, send me a link. So the way it's gonna work, we have a lot of people who want to come in tonight. So that's cool. We just got to figure that out. I got some Kraken. Always recommend Kraken. Unleash the Kraken. I'm going to mix a little bit of that because we're going to have a little loose. A little hang out with some friends. Hang out and have a good time. So good evening. I'm Travis Gibb. I'm doing a Kickstarter right now. Sure, you can hang out with us, Johnny. Like I said, there's some people who I promised. And basically the way it's going to work tonight is if you are a creator, Johnny, you have to know me on Facebook though and private message me to get the link. If you are a friend of mine or if you have a Kickstarter live or something, we'll let you come on and hang out and promote your stuff. I'm going to ask you some interesting questions. It's going to be a good time, silly goose time, hanging out, chilling. If you were here last week, obviously you'll get bumped for someone new. But yeah. That is what's going on. Sorry, I'm sending a message to a couple people who want the link. So we'll have some people coming on here at some point. You don't have Facebook. Are you friends with me on Twitter? You can message me on Twitter. It doesn't have to be stuff. But yeah, we're just going to talk about people's Kickstarter. We're going to try to get some people some backers. We're going to talk about people's heart for the campaigns and what they're doing. It's going to be an awesome time. I'm even going to message Patrick. Patrick said he was reading, but I'm going to message him. And see what he's doing and see if he wants to come on. Everyone. Sorry. So let's see what the comments are here. We've got, I have to reactivate it, but yeah, we're following each other. Cool. Yeah. I just don't know how to send private messages on YouTube. So that's the biggest thing. I just don't know how to do that. William Sam Quinton's on. William, you're more than welcome. Just send me a private message. I'll send you the StreamYard link and we can hang out. We normally have 4 or 5 creators. They take a minute because I don't like pre-set out the StreamYard or anything. I just kind of wing it. I'm actually going to go do that right now and send it to the few people who requested it, which is pretty cool. So how is everybody? What are you guys doing tonight? Is anything exciting going on? I have been heavy promoting Granite State Punk, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So it's been nonstop. What are your wins? If you guys have a win this week, post that in the comment. I want to hear your wins. I know Brick and Frick just funded, which I think is really cool. Again, if we have room, Sam, so no big deal. But yeah, have a good time. You shouldn't even. Why are you even knowing that I'm on if you're on the other one? Like, what are you doing, my dude? Messaging. I've got so many people messaging me on stuff, so I'm trying to get it. Katrina, I will let you in. Let's sending out some links that I promised first, and then I will get that thing going on. Let's see who was interested. We got to go. Matthew, here is the link. Mata, here is the link. MJ, here is the link. So we're just getting everybody up, getting everybody in. Oh, we got our first guest. We got Mr. Craig Martin. I waited till he was leaning and couldn't
away from the camera, so I look like I have unsweetened black tea. So,
ooh, tell me more. Is that expensive where you're at?
No, I got it at Kava. You know Kava?
So it's like it's got that Kava stuff in it?
No, Kava's the restaurant.
Oh, no. So Kava here is it's a type of herb that kind of gets you high like marijuana, like a Kava bar.
No, that's not Kava. It's like a Mediterranean Chipotle.
Okay.
So like hummus and pita and that kind of stuff. So that's where we went for dinner.
Okay. Cool. Katrina, yeah, I'll send you an invite.
It sounds like it's going to be a party. You're sending out.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had
some invites like
hey, I want to stop by. Hey, I want to do this. So we're getting stuff up. Obviously, creators who have Kickstarters we'll get them first. But other than that, we'll just kind of have a silly goose time, kind of hang out and see what's up.
I think Tyler has that copyrighted, so you have to pay him every time you say it.
Which one? The silly goose time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I actually steal everybody's stuff. I'm always like peace, love, and comics. The Chuck thing, like I'm always just stealing people's sticks. I'm
not in a good mood right now.
What happened? What's going on?
I want to use my new microphone, but I can't right now. So I'm not in a good mood right now.
Okay, so you're using your old microphone.
Well, I'm using my computer's microphone.
Well, I hear you fine.
I know. I was listening to an old live stream that I did a while ago. I'm like, everybody sounds better than me. I got microphone envy.
Hey, Kat.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
How goes it?
It's going. It's an evening hangs, doing the Kickstarter love and hangouts. But yeah, we're doing my thing. So I do these every time I have a Kickstarter. I do them on the Wednesdays. I think I know Kat's at least been a guest. Maybe Frank's been a guest. I don't know.
Yep.
So you're wrapping up, Frank, huh?
I'm doing what?
You're wrapping up.
Just about. I got the final countdown of hours going.
Ooh.
That's when it starts to
yeah.
Did you has the email sent out to like the watchers yet?
No, that will be in like 2 hours.
Okay. All right. Not a great time to send it out, but it is what it is, right?
I end it at midnight because I'm like, woohoo, midnight. So that's when it goes out. I don't really control it.
Kat, I just got your book.
Did you? Yay, I'm glad it arrived.
I did. I just got your book. I haven't opened it yet, but I did get it. So
well, I'm glad it made it.
See if I can get a better hangout so Frank looks better. There you go. That's better.
Just inconveniently put your project image in the background.
There you go. Is that better? So I'm near my logo. Is that better?
That's fine. No, I'll represent. That's okay. We can switch.
Hey, Brian. How are you? Johnny says, what did John say? Not much exciting working. Only win is I'm drawing again for the first time in months. That's awesome, man. That's a great win. What are you talking about? So Johnny's attempting. He does not have a Facebook or a Twitter, so he wants to come on. But I was like, I have no idea how to send links to YouTube. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. I don't think I have 100 followers on YouTube. Like my YouTube channel is just kind of there. No, I got 82 subs. 82
Ooh.
subs.
I think I have 5.
Yeah, I'll post that.
But I never use my YouTube.
If anybody wants to follow me on YouTube, there you go. Like, please.
I stopped worrying about YouTube because in 2008 I got banned. So for copyright, so I was like, what?
Why'd you get
I used to make like movie music videos, and I used to put copyright music in there and clips of movies, and 20th Century Fox did not like that, so they gave me free strikes. But I had at that time, YouTube was still growing, and I had, 10 million total views for all my videos. So it was kind of like, I was upset, and I was like, screw it. I don't really do anything with YouTube anymore.
I don't like you anymore.
Yeah. Once you built up that far, and then they just pull the rug out from under you, don't really care anymore.
So, quick question for you, Kat. Are you editing anything that's live right now?
No.
Okay. All right.
I just stop and think. I don't think so.
Okay.
I know I've got some stuff that's coming up. I think Russell Nolte has some stuff, I think, in February that I probably worked on.
Nice.
I'm not sure. I know he's got something. No, I take that back. His next Kickstarter is Cthulhu is Hard to Spell Volume 3.
And you didn't edit any of
And
that?
I didn't work on that one. No, the only comics of his I've worked on are Ichabod.
Okay.
And another one that I can't think of the name of right now.
Where'd Kyle go?
Black Market Heroine. That was the other one.
Black Market. I didn't read that. I haven't, but I haven't read it yet. But let's get it started. Let's show your campaign, Frank. Let's talk about your campaign. We're gonna go through. Oh, Paul's giving us some wins for the week. The wins come at comics into 3 new local comic stores, hired for a 5-page anthology. Dude, that's awesome, man.
That is a huge win for the week. Congrats.
Paul, is that anthology the Band of Bards anthology? I watched Ghostbusters versus Cthulhu this morning. Really dark for a kid's show. Fun fact, Brian, that was written by J. Michael Straczynski, that episode, which is pretty fucking cool. At least I think so. You like JMS, Frank?
I do. I grew up on his Spider-Man.
Ah, okay. Like grew up. You're way older than that. What are you talking about?
Grew up. I mean, yeah, that's when I first started reading comics.
Okay.
That was, I don't know, 11 or so. 12, 13, I don't know.
How old are you?
35.
Okay.
I mean, he wrote the September 11th issue of Spider-Man. So it's, I was a freshman in high school, or 13, 14.
Oh, cool, Paul. That's awesome. I watched what many Eastmen have said to go, so I'm glad I did it. She's too scared.
Ghostbusters video game is nice. I like that.
Wow, Travis thinks you're old as hell. I don't think he's old as hell. I thought he was closer to me, which is the 40 mark. Like I thought there was a 5-year.
Dude, I'm the old person in the room.
Halfway.
Wow.
Halfway to the 40 decade.
But no, that's cool, man. Paul, that's great, man. You're if you're a creator, you're more than welcome to come and hang out with us. We're kind of hanging out. Make sure you share it out. So tell us about this Pipe Creepers, my dude. Like, this is the highest backed campaign, right? This is
my most successful campaign yet. Yeah, my highest backer count was 303, so I beat that, and nice. 5,700. So I'm over that, and it got 2 days left. So I'm looking forward to a strong finish.
That's awesome. So I'm going to ask you the jerk question that everyone's going to ask. You ready?
Sure.
What makes this campaign? What do you think is this one? What's the one thing, actionable thing that you did to get it to where it is? What's different? I
did a live stream striptease that everybody joined in on.
Okay.
And no, I have no idea, honestly. Okay. I didn't do anything differently.
I know that answer because we're friends and we've had this conversation privately. But
honestly, I've done less this campaign than I did on previous campaigns.
Right.
I didn't run any Facebook ads. I've been on maybe like 3 streams. So I've done marginally less, and yet for some reason I'm getting a lot of new backers that I've never seen before. So something's working.
We're back because it's Frank. The story is second. Frank is first. Oh, that's nice.
That's what Tyler was saying when I was on his stream. I think he's going to start a religion for me, which is nice.
Nice. Well, you guys are old school. You guys were have a defunct company together. I mean, that's important.
We do. We can bitch and moan about our indie comics experience. The Insane Comics Club.
Tyler, you're more than welcome to come on. Like I said, creators are welcome. Cult of Frank. We're having creators hangout tonight. We'll do this for a few hours. But yeah, I wanted to ask you that because everyone thinks that there's some sort of secret, right? Like we're holding something back.
Do you know what the secret is? Keep doing it.
Right.
That's the secret. Don't stop. Don't get down in the dumps when something's not going your way.
I really do think that's the secret. I think the secret is keep putting out books, and eventually one will resonate slightly better than the others. And they'll be like, I've seen him do all these other things. It's finally time for me to check Frank out or me out, or, or Cat out.
I've heard that from people that say there's so many creators that are just one and done creators or two and done, and they want to see a track record of you that you're taking this seriously, that you're for real, that you're going to put stuff out. So like, just put your head down and just keep doing the work. There's really no secret to it. The secret is people that like to have their pipes cleaned. Yeah, get that Drano going.
Is that is that gross? Like,
well, everybody, whenever they say, I talk the title of this book, it's pipe, and then the next word starts with a C. They want to say cleaners, right? So yeah, what's the name of my book? Pipe cleaners. My wife can't even get it right.
Right.
So it's find it funny. Everybody said, they go, come on and let's talk about pipe cleaners. I go, I'll do that, but that's not the name of the book. So I don't know what you want.
So one of the things that you shared privately is you've been doing the add-ons really good too. You got a lot of great add-ons.
One of the things you told me in confidence that I'm now just going to
it's not confidence. It was in a group. You said you put it in a group somewhere.
Yeah, I'm a huge proponent of Kickstarter's add-ons feature. Every time they send out that survey, which is like every 3 hours, and they ask you what you want, I always say add-ons. So when they finally did implement an add-on system, I was very excited and I jumped on it. And it's great because I have a lot of stuff. So I just kind of put it on there, and you'll be surprised how many people pick up my prose novels too from comics, which is awesome when you have a lot of stuff in your basement that you need to get rid of.
So I'm going to write this down just so when we start this thing, we're going to write down where we're at, and hopefully we're going to increase since we've been here. So we're at 305 backers.
That's terrible. Now you're going to jinx me. It's going to go back down to 298.
No, every time I've done this, I've raised people money.
So you know how much to charge in commission?
Right. This is my commission sheet.
I get 2 points on everything I bring you.
Hey, Jerome.
Hey, Jerome, if you want to hang out with us, you're more than welcome to. Again, anyone who's a creator, you're more than welcome to hang out with us. Just private message me and be like, yo, bro, let me in. I should probably open my Facebook, though, in case someone actually does that, because I shut Facebook because I'm an idiot. Oh, there's somebody. Oh, no, it's not. That's our
the 5 and the 6 get kind of tricky.
Right. So that's where we're at with Pipe Creepers. Tell us about it. Frank. Tell Kat about it. Kat, have you backed it?
I have not. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about it.
All right, so let's see if we can sell Kat.
It's a Julia Roberts inspired romantic comedy about a
about
a young girl in the city, in over her head in the big corporate world of.
Does she go to one of those country places where it always snows?
Yes. No, seriously, Pipe Creepers is about 2 plumbers that go to work at a mansion, and they get wrapped into a Lovecraft adventure with monsters and cults, which ironically also sounds like I'm kidding, but it's not. That's the actual premise of the book. And it's just a lot of fun. I'm a Lovecraft guy, but I like the Lovecraft stories that nobody ever talks about. You know, everybody talks about Cthulhu and Dagon and the mythos. I like stuff like the Statement of Randolph Carter and Rats in the Walls and stuff like that. And this is kind of my my love for that stuff.
Are these deep ones?
No, they're just weirdos. They're not. Okay. It's Lovecraft inspired. You know, it's not.
Okay, all right.
It's not. I'm not trying to tie it into any existing Lovecraft fiction.
See, that's where you take me. If you talk Lovecraft, I was like, let's talk. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
So it's. I also kind of drew upon my love for Lovecraft and my history as kind of a blue collar worker to throw in like a buddy cop kind of feel to it. The 2 plumbers play off each other a lot, and I drew on a lot from those experiences, being a chimney sweep, being in basements, dealing with angry customers that make you wear booties throughout their house and stuff. So
Sorry, I just had a furnace replaced, and they kept tracking snow through my house. I'm not gonna lie, there was a part of me that went, "Oh, please."
It's the booties is a pet peeve for me. I mean, I get it.
Mhm.
Like, I don't want people wearing shoes in my house. But
I'm
like,
okay if it weren't the middle of winter.
Yeah.
You know, if this was July and it was just normal shoe dirt, whatever. But
I would
snow
rather
when
just
I
take
run
my
around,
shoes off.
snow when I run around in my sock feet is not fun. But yes, back to the comment.
What at being a chimney sweeper, what do you sing? Is it baritone? Is it bass? Is it tenor? That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Mary Poppins joke?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Not.
And it was funnier more than I needed to explain it.
Not funny.
All right. So is this a first issue, a one-off?
So this is a campaign for part 2 in a 2-part, what I'm calling a story arc.
Okay.
So I have a tendency to end my stories at a point when everybody goes, "Why did you end it there? I need to know what happens next." Everybody says they want to follow up to a lot of my stories. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. This one is a little bit in the middle on whether or not I'm going to follow it up with something else or just leave it as is. But for now, this is a completion. I'm calling it a completion of a story arc. It ends on a good enough note that if I were just leave it alone, I think I would be satisfied. I don't care if the people read my books are satisfied. That's not my job. My job isn't to make you happy. It's to make me happy.
No.
Well, I've read many of your books and I've been happy. So I mean, that means anything.
That's just coincidental, Travis. That's not my job.
But issue 1 is available as well.
Yes. Issue 1 is available, and I have 5 different covers to the book. There's issue 1 and 2 have a standard. Issue 1 and 2 have a variant, and then I have a deluxe edition that's 1 and 2 combined, which is cool.
So it's one big, like 48-pager type thing?
Yeah, it's like 44 pages. 44 pages. Nice. And Travis is like, "Let me just throw mine up here while Frank's still talking about his, because
we're just
because I'm a Granite State punk. I do what I want. You know what I'm saying?"
Can we,
Tyler? Will you fucking chill your boy out, because he is getting off my nerves.
Can we drop links?
Tyler leaves.
It's not my job. I can't control him.
Can we drop some links in the chat?
I'm sorry?
I said, can we drop some links in like the chat?
Yeah, we can actually. Let's do that. JW is supposed to be
doing that.
Yeah, I can do that. I think. Paul was really excited about Tyler, and that Tyler disappeared.
Enjoyed the ride.
So that's Pipe Creepers. I'm going to be talking about mine. We're going to write mine down too.
Please do. I just got a project that came in today, so I get to do a couple of backings.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hopefully we'll have some more people. Like I said, we normally have a full house, and the amount of people who said they were coming, like Frank actually messaged me and said, "Hey man, like, let's make room." I was like, "Hey." No, I haven't.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I'd make it in. I'm not promoting.
I had an average pledge level envy for you there, Travis. I had to get 300 in order to pack 6,000. You're only at 217. You already kicked that mark.
Yeah, but I have all sorts of medals and all sorts of
I know you got a lot
that you're gonna not have to deal with. So
that's 21 days left. So
that's one of the. I think that's a tip for Kickstarters that a lot of people don't talk about enough. Is that it's not always how much money you're bringing in; it's how much money's going out once the campaign is over.
Absolutely.
People don't think about that business side of things, that it's not just money. It's spending money. So cutting expenses, figuring out ways to save, it goes a long way to the business side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
absolutely.
super excited when I got to order some stuff on for my campaign on Black Friday. There were Black Friday deals with some of my printers, and I was so excited. I was like, I don't care if I only save like $10. That's $10 that can go towards shipping or something else.
I
So
manage.
Tyler's here.
Tyler's not here. I refuse to talk to him unless I get to see that pretty little face of his.
Hey, Tyler, long time no see.
How you guys doing? How you doing, Katrina?
I'm
Good
doing.
evening.
I'm drawing, so I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to show my face or what's going on.
No, you have to. I'm drawing. What is it? You have a draw face, like that's all.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm like really concentrating. I'm like,
I don't have a writing face. I just squint and I'm typing on the keyboard.
I'm in the section of the process where it's a lot of like is this gonna, it's the problem solving section where you're like, is this gonna look good?
Hey, Danny.
Evening, Danny. How are you, Danny?
Danny. Yeah, you guys should go back Pipe Creepers because I backed it. I think yesterday. It's good. It's a good.
The
book.
Anime King is here.
I know. I thought it was funny on Twitter. They're like, "Is Travis and Tyler doing a manga?" And then the guy was like, "We need more Western manga." And I'm like, "I hope more people think that because I need that energy in a couple weeks. I need that we need more Western manga energy because, dang it, I don't the books in my. I have the book I showed you, Travis, last night.
Sure.
Yeah, I have the book. It's finished, all 200 pages. It's in my car right now. Because I stop at a 4-way and someone's like, "Hi," and I go, "Yo, check out my book."
Yeah, if I know their windows rolled down, I just frisbee that right in that sucker.
Exactly. Yeah, so I need
A
that
master of the spin on business cards.
Yeah, so I need that energy so freaking hard. In a couple days.
That'll be a great commercial. Tyler rolls down his window. Do you read comics? What? Here.
Boom.
Take
it. Just feeds off.
That is a tactic that I've tried when I do, a table at a con. I'll be like, "Hey, do you read comics?" And they're like, "No, I don't," and they walk off.
No.
But finally, I found a comeback to that. I always like make them feel like they have Stockholm syndrome. I'm like, "You're at a Comic-Con, guy. Like, are you safe? Like, who brought you here? Is everything okay?"
Screw you! I'm trying to go see the actor who played the one zombie in Walking Dead that one episode.
For half an episode because he died.
Yeah.
Or again, I guess he's a zombie.
I'm so jealous of artists because you get to wear that cool thing where you look like an assassin on your hands.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either assassin or pro wrestler.
Or Gambit.
Yeah, or Gambit. Yeah. It's funny. I have to buy like new ones of these like every couple weeks. Weeks.
Read comics? No, I got candy. Buy my comic.
Yeah, one time I was at a con. Every time I'd ever table, I always bring a deck of cards because I know how to do a couple magic tricks, and I always have a tip cup. And one guy put $20 in after my magic trick, and I was like, "Oh, thanks. You want any one of my comics?" He goes, "No, the magic trick was really good." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not a freaking magician, and it wasn't that hard, and it was for your kid. Just like take a book. Like this is worth like $3. It's like take 3 books." He's like, "Nah, thanks for the magic trick." And I was like, "Oh, I hate you."
Wow.
Tyler, my pride isn't that great. I'll be like, "Yeah, thanks for the free $20."
Yeah, well, thanks.
I'm like, well, because I'm someone who's like, I hate bringing everything in.
Right.
So I'm like, I want the exit to be so light. So like, there was no change that day. I still had to lug the same crap, or you leave it on there. I want to leave like if I haven't sold out on my prints on the last day, if I have like 10 or 12 left, I just leave them on the table and I go free because I don't want to haul them. That's how lazy I am.
See, I have
You need to lift
I have my first show in March, and I'm hauling two 20-year-olds, or well, a 21 and 22-year-old with me to do all my hauling for me.
I tried hauling a 20-year-old, but
They're awful heavy, but
we're trying to settle that in court right now. Bullshit. Yeah. You know what day I actually hate? I like cons are fun. I actually now resent tabling at a free comic book day. Because
you got to do free sketches, because it's not so bad for me and Frank. We just sign things and let them go.
I have maybe it's Utah people. Utah, like Mormons or we're cheap. We're always looking for a freaking deal, and so this guy
stop stealing our thing. That's our tribe thing.
they'll just grab a comic and they go, "Oh, thanks," like thinking it's part of the free table. I'm like, no, it's $5, and they'll go, "Oh," and they'll like put it back, and I'm like, okay. Like this year, what I tried to do was like a spin thingy. If you spun the wheel, you would get something for free, but none of it was actually the comic. It was like, a small sketch, and people are like, yo, I was like, hey, you want to spin the wheel? And they kind of look at the options. They go, well, where's the free comic? And I'm like, bro, it's a tiny sketch, or something else. And they go, oh, well, you're not giving away free comics. What's
so
the
wait,
point
you just had a wheel with 2 options on it?
There were several, and no one was taking any of it. And they're like, "Why are you here? If it's free comic book day, I should get your comics for free." I'm like, "No, you can go get the Marvel and DC comics that are for free. That they printed 100,000 of them, so that their print margins were like 2 cents. Mine is $4 to print, and I'm selling it to you for $5, so I can get myself a cheeseburger at the end of this." And they're like, "Ugh, like." Get lost. I'm kind of over free comic book day right now. I've gone burned last 2.
You sound so bitter.
I know. I fucking hate comic book people. It's all about them anime manga people.
I do usually ask. So Danny, who runs the store, the collective, I do normally ask if there are, so we can do sketches for kids. We take care of them at the end of the total, so that's cool. So we asked you. So basically, ask you how many sketches you did. So we asked you to do like free.
Well, that's nice. The comic book scene here in Utah, it's going to poop. I went to my local comic book store for the first time in a year and a half, and there was like all the same graphic novels that had been there for the last 5 years are still there. The single issues, like there's not many. Like no one's ordering comics. There's now a Mexican restaurant that's attached to it. Like, it's only a matter of time before they take over that space.
So, Tyler, are you here because I threw beef at you first thing this morning?
Dude, yeah. Why? Like, I stayed up so late last night because we were chatting on my Discord. Right. I give you a space in my Discord where you can talk to interesting people. Right. And it's like late where I am. I go upstairs and I'm like, my wife's pregnant. Let me do the dishes, clean the kitchen.
Happy birthday, Danny.
Happy birthday,
Danny.
I'm like, let me clean the kitchen, do the dishes. Let me clean up the living room, for my wife when she wakes up, that life will be easy. Right. So that takes me to like 2 a.m. and I'm like, I am tired. I fall asleep. I'm like, wake up. I'm like, crap, I have to get to work. I'm taking my morning dump. And all of a sudden I just get a notification from Travis. Not even like a private DM. Right. A public, like, insult.
Right, just throwing shit. I woke up this morning shading.
Wanting war.
Hey, Braden.
The difference, Travis, is that the handyman campaign wasn't on my personal.
Neither was mine.
Oh, yeah, there was a separate Dog Days one?
Yeah, just like all of Marcel's stuff.
Dang it! So we are on even ground where we both did our both did our.
Drawn.
Oh. Ooh. What's funny is Brad lives down the street. I could drive over there, but he's at. It's fun. I was talking to them, and he's like, I'm like, hey, bro, every time I'm like, hey, where are we at? And he's now he got a promotion at work. He's taking time off because he's having his first kid. It's gonna come out this week. And so he's taking the next 2 weeks off so he can be with the new kid. But he's also using that time to draw the book. And I'm like, bro, that's not going to happen.
Right.
It's like your first kid and you think you're gonna like find time to draw the book. I hope he does, but that's quite the.
Maybe right up until childbirth happens.
He's just like.
After that, no.
Yeah. So we'll see. His wife is really good with like children. It's like so for all we know.
He's like 20 something pages in, right? He's about halfway done, right?
No, it's like a 70-page book.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a 48.
No. He's like I think he's like 60 page like he's like 65 pages in.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's almost there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're 3 years late,
Right.
Oh, well,
you know, but
you probably should be almost there then.
yeah. So he's getting there. He's a fun. Brad is a phenomenal artist.
Right. Sure.
And I don't think he said it himself. He didn't realize the amount of work it would take to do the work the work he did. I mean, it's all traditional and whatnot.
I don't know where Frank went. We lost him.
You dude, fuck that guy.
I like Frank. No, I don't.
I love Frank too.
Uh,
Frank's one of my favorite creators.
I don't know Frank, but I just realized I'm on his mailing list.
Nice.
I have yet to not back
I didn't realize until I saw his like
Frank the writer.
The Frank the writer thing. I'm like, oh, I think I'm on his mailing list.
I've backed every Frank Martin comic.
I can't say I backed all of them, but I have backed the majority of them.
Yeah, he's one of those creators where I have yet to be disappointed.
Right.
And it's not like I could say the same thing about you, Travis. Like the comics I've backed from you, I haven't been disappointed. But doesn't mean that all the comics you make are for me.
Right,
but the ones that I do go, oh, I'm interested in this, they haven't disappointed.
Sure.
Me. Do you guys know the Common America guys?
No.
You should pull up their Kickstarter campaign. They did $50,000 in like 3 hours.
It's just insane. Yeah, I can find it in a second.
Yeah, I got a campaign, but I'm here to promote theirs, because they're good. They're good.
Yeah,
friends.
because they're making 50,000. They need a little bit more.
They're probably Got to run. Tyler's my hero. Grow with the mega fist. Shameless plug. Backing pipe cleaners. Have a great night. Hey, thanks, Paul.
Well, yeah. Back cleaners. Back Granite State Punk. If you haven't seen it, back our stuff, man.
Don't back any of their stuff, Paul. Just stick with me.
I've got nothing for you to back. So.
Right there, back that.
Hey, can you hit the backer report for us? I did that one. I did that once on a live stream, and not good.
I'm trying to find your person because I know you backed it today, and I know I follow you, so I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm not every creator can follow the model that these guys do, and I wouldn't even suggest it. But they've created a really cool IP, and they're able to. I don't know. They're like I've had dinner with Tim, and I'm good friends with them. They're all coming on my show in a couple weeks. They're just a solid crew of comic book creators, and like they know what they're doing.
Right.
Like this is the first day.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Wow.
And they are published through Antarctic, right? When it's not this.
Their main imprint is Iconic Comics, but then they'll let Antarctic Press do a version of the book.
Okay.
So they'll take out the last 4 pages. Well, it's not like the last 4. It's like the last 4 pages of every book is like separate to the main story, and it leads on. So they'll just take that part out. It's kind of like the after credit scene of a Marvel.
Sure.
Okay.
But then they'll throw it up in what's it called? In an Antarctic Press.
Right.
Look at that. That's Vanilla Ice. They did a collaboration with Vanilla Ice.
Nice.
Yeah, these guys are. Yeah, you like that.
Well, I'm trying to see, is that a real person or is that a person that they made a painting? Oh,
no,
okay.
it's a painting.
Okay. Wow, that's really close to real.
Yeah, the artist that I've messaged the artist, and I was like, how much? And they told me how much. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Where's Franco?
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, these guys are cool. I mean, they have a great IP. Common America is great. Like they've hit gold. Like people really like this character. $10 for a hardcover. That's how much they charge. $10 for a hardcover.
Wow.
Well, when you're printing that much, it's
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're able to do that's what I'm saying. Not every creator. Some creators will look at this and go, "Oh, this is what I need to do." And if you do, I was trying to get my book as low as I possibly could.
Sure.
And I'm like, my book's 200 pages. It costs X amount of print. It's going to cost X amount of ship. Oh, if I do it, I was trying to figure out how low I could go before I, essentially broke even, but it just wasn't worth it. You have to make something to get a profit.
And it doesn't always work, right? Going cheap. I've seen people who've gone cheap on their Kickstarter, and then there are some of the people who don't fulfill. It's because they're looking out for people. They don't want. They're like, oh, I don't want to charge that $5 shipping. I don't want to do all those things. And then they realize, oh, I probably should have. When it's all
like I could for my book. I could make my book. Oh, I could make my book, my 200-page book, $12.
Okay.
And that's my break even. Make zero money.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So everyone's drinking. Yeah. So
She's
I could do
just tea. I'm the only one. I'm drinking alcohol because I'm an adult and I'm allowed to. I'm 21.
I'm
It's
drinking
actually
air.
flavored water, so
That stuff's good. I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
Well, there was water 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like not every creator can do that. You'll get burned. So I was like, should I do 12? I'll break even. F no. 13, I'll make $1. And I was like, don't really like that number personally.
Right.
Personally. But then you look at like but then I didn't think, the shipping box.
Right.
And then shipping prices have gone up since 2 years ago when I did my last campaign.
And bags and boards.
And then bags and boards, and I'm like, okay, the lowest I can go to make just something is $18 for a 200, $18 plus shipping for a 200-page book. I feel like do you think, guys, is that reasonable in the indie space?
Yeah, for a 200-page book, I mean, it's black and white, so you've got that, but black and white is traditional for manga, so it's not like it's
Right.
negative, right?
I think that's totally reasonable.
That's what I think. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Frank Martin can't come back because he's having computer problems.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, you got to fix your network, man. He came on my show and he goofed. His network was
He had the same problem?
the same problem. Like he doesn't need to go on streams because he's raking in money.
Right. He's just fitting in.
Yeah. I liked what he said before I came on he said what the trick is. It's like you just got to keep doing it.
Right.
It's a compound effect because not only are people buying and like you're probably realizing this, Travis. I don't have the catalog yet. I don't know, Katrina, if you do.
no.
But and the same thing with these Common America guys, they're on book 5. You have 1 million books. Travis, Frank has 1 million books. It's not just about the pipe creepers anymore. You're now getting the people who are like, the Macabre Motel by Frank also looks good. So it's all about the add-ons, but you can't get to the add-ons until you've done multiple books. So yeah, so I'm buying, I'm getting Granite State Punk, and then I go, oh crap, this Broke Down 4 Dead Bodies looks good too. While I'm here, now you go shopping at this point.
Yeah, this is my entire catalog.
Okay, that's still more
free.
than a lot of other creators, so you can still add those as add-ons. But when you're first,
what's some of the you were talking about? So Tyler, do you guys know each other, Kat and Tyler?
Yeah.
Kat, I did a competition like 4 years ago. Like comic book writers, come on my show, and I'll give you $300 if you do the best pitch. And
you said I didn't win, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, and she was one of the judges.
Yeah, and it was ridiculous that I didn't win.
You got to blame them. See, I wasn't a judge.
I'm actually still angry about it.
Macho Dan, the winner.
From Travis much.
Macho Dan, he winner. He actually made the comic.
Did he?
Yeah, he made the comic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he told me last year, and then I was supposed to color it, and then that never happened.
You're giving away nothing.
Well, I gave him $300.
$300
I promised $300 and I would color it, and it took him 2 years, and my life had completely changed 2 years later. Now I have a kid, and I have like a way more intense job. I was like, yeah, I can't. If you had done that, but if I could have colored it like 2 years ago.
We have Sam in the house.
Hey guys.
Hey, Sam.
I'd like out now.
So
No, I'm joking. What's up, Sam?
So Indie Volt's over. So now all the stragglers are coming to hang out with me.
Sorry,
Hey,
man.
Trish.
Well, we were scheduled earlier.
I just do my thing. I don't have any show. I don't behold myself to the man, to time. Time is a concept, man.
Yeah, man.
I remember at the
Bro.
beginning of the year, I announced, I'm gonna move my shows, I'm gonna move my shows to Tuesday nights, and someone from Indie Vault was like, "Yo, that's Indie Vault's slot," and I was like, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
Let's battle it then. Let's battle for the viewers. You better have a good topic on Tuesday.
Right.
No, those guys are great. They stream so much.
Trish says, "Sorry, we're late. Still love you." Yeah, I'll send you the invite, Trish.
Oh,
Shit.
oh my goodness gracious.
Tyler, good show last night, man.
Dude, thanks. Thanks. Clint's really cool. Clint's great, and he brings a lot of cool insight.
I'd never seen him before. That was my first time experiencing.
Isn't that crazy? Like Homeboy's is doing $100,000 campaign right now, and still like people don't know. Like that's
Yeah, never heard of him. So it was
No, he's great, and he's like he's now trying to go. Okay, what's the next step off of crowdfunding? What's the next step? For me with all my books. So no, he's really cool. I think I've got some good shows coming up, honestly. Like last night's show was great. Next week, unfortunately, I have Travis, and he wants to like fight me. He told me last night, he goes, "I want to fight you," and I'm like,
yeah,
"Okay,
I want to fight you."
So we're gonna fight, and then luckily I already know. Luckily we had like the pre-fight, and it was like, "Okay, Travis, you win." Like I messed up, but we're still gonna fight because it's entertaining. And then the week after that, I'm doing like an indie comics. You know, if you throw the link out, you want to come on. And then the week after that, I've got the Iconic Comics crew.
Frank's back.
Frank!
Oh, and your visual is so much better.
I got it working.
All right.
I'm on a different computer.
So we're going to bring a little serious to this for a minute, trying to get some things lined up. You know, we're starting to, 47 minutes in, we've got to take this shit seriously finally, right? We talked a little bit about Frank's. We'll get to Frank's again in a minute. Tyler, do you have your pre-launch page up?
Yes. Yes, I have it right here.
Okay. Can you send me the link?
Yes, I will.
All right. And we got to talk to Sam's. I got to get Sam's link up here, so we can talk about Sam's, and we can talk about some stuff.
Oh, that's a good point, Mike. Royal Rumble is Saturday.
Royal Rumble is Saturday, but do you care? Like
I hear an echo. Who's echoing? Is that you, Frank?
Yeah, probably.
Frank, how you doing, man?
Frank, for your birthday, I'm gonna get you some headphones.
That actually reminds me, Tyler.
Hey.
When's the baby due, man?
I was gonna say like too soon in July, like July, I think, June or July.
I'll send you a onesie.
Thanks, dude. Send me a onesie that says like.
I'll send you one. I'm gonna send you one of the 47 Furious Tales onesies. It's actually our #1 selling merch item.
Are you serious?
I'm very.
That's
serious.
hilarious.
It sells more than off the site and everything. It sells more than any other single item.
Dude, that's sick. Okay, yeah, you send me that.
I'll send you a little cute pink one. It'll be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm nervous because the baby comes in like June or July, but I have a campaign in May, hopefully. So it's in my like fulfillment time.
Right in fulfillment. Ooh.
Yeah. And fulfillment comes first.
What? That's not the way that works at all. The baby is not going to stop coming because you have to fulfill.
You just wait 5 more days. I'm almost there.
Yeah, you see, Katrina knows.
Travis, the thing about babies is that they can cry themselves to sleep if you ignore them long enough.
Well, I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
But my wife works in child welfare, and I don't think she recommends that from what I understand.
I don't know. As a guy with 6 kids, all I can remember is just the crying days, and then they get bigger. Thank God.
All right, so let me write.
But everybody told me that the busiest time was when they were little. Let me tell you, don't buy into that.
That was the best time is when they're little.
That's right. It just gets more hectic and insane the older they get.
Yeah, they're like we tried potty training last week, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, I'll change a poopy diaper from a toddler, from a newborn baby that can't move all day, but now I have a naked child running around. I have like 3 more pages to draw. Oh, and there's now pee in the corner of my house. So let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Why
Mike,
are you peeing in the corner? I just got them getting Mike a burger and I didn't hear the whole
Tequila shots were involved.
It's easier to go here so I can keep, the hustle.
Keep working.
Yeah.
We'll send you a bucket, bro.
I'm trying to get as many comics out as Frank. I'll never make it.
You can do this. What's this? I clicked on a link. I clicked on a link that promised live hot girls in the area and it brought me here. Travis, take something off so I can think it was for nothing.
Oh gosh. Oh.
Is Sony suggesting that Trish and I aren't live hot girls?
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, Stoney. Fuck you.
Oh, he messed up because he lives close by us. He messed up.
Oh, you messed up today.
I'm just gonna let Trish handle this one.
Let me break.
You know what? It ain't even worth my time. He ain't even worth my Pez dispenser money to even deal with him. My 99 cents. Nope, he ain't even that low.
Stop here.
So a random thing about Pez dispensers. So my son found a random dispenser, a C-3PO Pez dispenser around the house, and my mother-in-law explained to him that candy goes in it, and then he lost his mind because we didn't have the candy to go in it. And he was yelling at everyone, like, go to the store, get the candy. Like, what are we doing?
Time to type in Amazon and go, that's candy. Where is it?
The only I like his colors. Cool. Look at all these cool punks. Yeah. We're talking punks in just a minute. I'm looking for Trisha's campaign real quick.
Yes, we funded and our daughter got us cupcakes. Woo-hoo.
I saw that. That was so awesome.
Thank you for backing us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for believing in us.
All right, so I'm going to do a quick roundabout, and we're going to tell people where we're at, because I'm going to write it down, because we're going to get us some backers tonight, because that's what this is all about, is getting us backers, showing support, and supporting indie comics. So we're going to talk about that, and that's going to be our goal. So we need to know where everybody's at.
So for Travis's commission sheet.
Right.
For my commission sheet,
For those who have them, can we drop them in private chat so that I can grab links?
Yeah, I'm looking for the I need the private chat. I need Tyler's. I've got everybody's. All right,
Travis, I sent you mine.
I got it.
Okay, Travis, can I selfishly go first? Because I might have to leave in 5 minutes to go pick up something.
Son of a bitch.
I know. But I don't even need backers tonight, so don't worry.
You need support. You need some people to know about it. So
I've got you got to witness it the other night. Yes, last night. I have the Ferk gang. We live on Discord and we're mean. And yeah, guys, what's up? It's your boy Tyler, and this is my book, The Girl with the Mega Fist, Volume 1, a 200-page graphic novel telling the epic story of Valiana, the Girl with the Mega Fists. We have like 15 volumes planned. It's completely finished. I would show you guys the book, but it's in my car. But I'd show Travis.
I've seen it. I can verify that
He's seen it, and by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the truth shall be established. So get yourself to church and notify me on the launch.
Tyler, you're like a closeted DJ.
Thanks.
You just like, yo, what's up? This is boy Tyler. I got the girl with the mega.
Yes. Coming up live. Yeah, dude.
So that is the link, guys. I need you guys to click that link. Click it. Get him past 54 followers. I have him at 54. We're going to try to get him more followers tonight.
He's at 55.
Yeah, 55
See,
right now.
It was worth it now.
That's right.
It was worth coming on here. No, guys, all right, on a for real note, super excited for this campaign. For those of you who don't know the Draw and Taco lore, last year I did a campaign. I funded in 3 hours. I had $4,000 in 3 days. I refunded everyone after a mental breakdown. and was just like, I don't believe in this property anymore. I don't think the book's good. I gave everyone their money back. And then I spent the next 2 months crying. Then the next 2 months trying to figure out, okay, let me find a story that I actually believe in, that I want to do. And I was sketching one day. I sketched some blonde chick with a massive like Hellboy fist. And I thought, oh, she's a girl with a mega fist. Ding, ding, ding. And I started creating a story out of that. And I know a lot of people, on my streams, they'll be like, oh, like when Chefs is coming, you can get Chefs on an add-on. I did finish the book. But right now, this is such an important story to me. I freaking love it. It's a book that I want to do for several years. And it's a very passionate tale. All my Patreon members, they've already read the book. It's completely finished. I'm currently drawing the second volume right now, like right here, because I'm that excited to get this book out. So if you back volume 1 on February 16th, we'll have another 200-page volume coming out very soon. Bro, how did you get that?
I'm a Patreon backer.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I'm like, this is a password protected site. Yeah. Where did you get this?
I'm a Patreon member. So
I legit freaked out. I was like, is my shit leaking out? Like my password protected site.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just showing
Travis
you guys
is secretly a mega hacker.
Yeah, Travis, that was a missed opportunity there. Be like,
I was like,
you need to check your IP, bro.
Oh my gosh, $200 worth of software gone.
But yeah, this is just one of the chapters. I'm not going to show you them all, and I showed you an early chapter too to not spoil things too much.
Screenshot.
If you'd like to screenshot and read, you're more than welcome to.
You know what, Tyler? I'd rather Travis be the super hacker than in our case, where like his two best buds are like working on our project. So like we probably know Travis has seen this stuff.
There you go. He hacked the patrons. Yeah. No.
56.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so I really appreciate it, guys. This is we have 15 volumes planned.
You're at 58.
Dude, just keep it coming. Keep it coming, guys. Get to 60. Get to 100. My friends did had 1,400 before they launched. Let's get to that number.
Wow.
Let's go to let's shoot to the stars. And if you get to the sky or the moon or whatever.
Oh, Travis hacked the heart of my friendship.
I'm already following that campaign from yesterday. So.
All right, so next we're going to go to the most recently funded, one of the coolest books out there. If you're not aware of this really cool book, Trish is going to tell you all about it. Because I don't know.
My girls that just want to have fun.
Your girls that just want to have fun.
That's it.
I've heard they just want to
have fun. Yeah, I know.
So we are at, hold on, just to put our thing, 3,056. We had 111 backers. We'll try to get some more before the end of the night. Tell us about this book.
So this is Mike's story of two girls living in a chaotic world, just trying to make it through. They have their own rules for love and magic, and it's a fun story. It is supernatural. It is comedy. It's rom-com. It's a little bit of the whole genre all put together. There's a little bit of horror, and it's just a whole bunch of fun, really. I mean, this is Mike's dream, and I'm just honored that I got to jump on the train to make this happen for him. Yes, that's Justin Hunt original line artwork is available. If you're a Justin Hunt fan, it is in there to back it, to own it, and he is shipping it out.
And can we get that as a black and white cover? Like, can you think about that? Because that is a beautiful cover in black and white.
Yeah, but look at the color that Gwen did on it up top.
Yeah, but anything when you color, like you lose a little bit of detail. Not that you lose a lot, but I think, black and white. I love black and white covers. I don't know. That's just me.
I'm with you, Travis.
We have an amazing team with covers. We have Chris Madd, David Fott. We have Steph Wilson and Justin Hunt. I mean, we have Sergio Rios, who did our interiors. He did a cover for us. My girls just want to have fun homage. And, with Shauna Madd on colors. So, I mean, I love everything about this. I love all of our stretch goals, the chibi stickers. I don't know any other sexy book that's had scratch and sniff bra and panty sets. Get me there, guys. I want you to scratch my panties and smell them.
Not your panties.
Okay, my panty stickers.
Who's the voice in the back? Hey!
I asked him for sure.
Hey!
But so we unlocked the mini print because we're at 3,000, right?
Yes, the mini print is it's the A cover, but is colored by Phil Leon.
Okay, nice. That's nice.
Yep.
And that's this, right?
Yes, that's that cover, just covered by Phil Leon, who has shared it out a million times.
Nice.
We just need to add it.
He did really good work on that.
I love that pose. That's my cooties, where David's got Fetch kind of protecting Brink a little bit. I love that cover. I love the playful cootie, the writing toys. I don't know what y'all call them. Everybody's got, depending on where you are in the country, but those writing toys that have the spring at the bottom. So,
Yeah, I don't know what they're called. I think they're just merry-go-round stuff. But all right, so we've got your numbers down. We're good. We're going to try to get you some backers tonight. So if anybody wants to throw support, please do. They just funded. This is their first book. They're great supporters of the communities. So give them some. I mean, look, they have 133 backed, and they just started at COVID, just so you know. It's not like they've been around for years. Like they just started around COVID time. So it's good stuff. And,
we have Jerome lettering, and you guys have seen his stuff with Travis's. We have Chuck as our editor. I mean, he's edited plenty for Travis. So I mean, I tried to get the best A team I could.
And we're at 112 already, so we've already got a backer since we did this. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
It was me.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna jump to Frank. Frank's next. Frank, start talking about your stuff. Tell us about it.
I thought you already did me.
But I'm going back.
That's what she said.
Now we're so just to check in with Frank. Frank, we started at 305 backers. He's at 306 now, so he's got a backer tonight, which is awesome. Probably also Cat, but that's fine.
Not me yet.
Not Cat. Okay.
No, not me yet.
So tell us about pipe creepers.
It's cold.
Jerome Truck, never heard of them.
What's up? See, now you gotta make me wear all these weird headphones. It takes me an hour to put them in. What's up? You want me to talk about this thing?
Yeah, talk about this thing. Talk about you as a creator. Frank is, and I kid you not, Frank's books get better and better. Like they really do.
So what are you saying? I have bad books?
Yes, but now they're better. So if you buy the newer ones, you're fine. Like that's what I'm saying. No, everything, all the stuff has been really, really fantastic. I've loved Polar Paradox. These 2 parts I'm really getting into. I've read the first one. I'm on this page. So
You read Macabre Motel?
I did. I loved it.
That's the best. That's guys. We don't read Frank's stories. We back his books. Okay, with the Cult of Frank.
Cult of Frank.
They the publisher that picked up Macabre Motel just sent out solicitation emails for that, which is kind of cool.
Congrats.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. That's like my first solo diamond endeavor.
Nice.
So I think I'm going to get a couple local New York City signings, and it should be a good time. I'm supposed to talk about this thing?
Yeah. I'll just buy
ask me
$20.
Ask me questions because I can't think right now. It's too late.
Frank, what is this book about? Let's start there.
It's about 2 plumbers that go to a house, a creepy mansion, to fix running water, and they discover a secret in the basement that gets them caught into a Lovecraft-esque adventure of horror and water play and romance, long walks on the beach.
Water play, Cole. This is right up your alley.
Poems.
Everything you've heard.
It's meant to be. You know, the thing about horror is sometimes you got horror that's gory, that's meant to scare you, and then sometimes horror is just meant to be fun. You know, you're just meant to have a good time with horror-esque things, and that's kind of what this book is. It's two idiots that get caught in over their heads, and they kind of just throw jokes back and forth one another, and they're trying to survive. And it's really an adventure. And I liked part 1. Part 1 definitely sets the stage, but this is really ups the ante in terms of adventure.
What's great about when you join the cult of Frank, everyone, you back the book because when Frank says, "Hey, I have a book," you back it. So I back basically everything that Frank does, and then maybe I'll get around to reading it. And I read Pipe Creepers #1 right before he did the second campaign, and I was just like, I looked at the cover and I was like, who made this book? I go, oh, Frank. I must have backed this, like I always do because Frank did it. And I read the book and I was like, at first you're like, oh, okay, just this is standard plumbing shit. Oh, it's getting and then you just keep going. Oh, and then you keep turning the page. Oh, and then when you put out, and then so if Pipe Creepers 1, and then you look at the Kickstarter page for #2, you go, oh.
So Tyler, you just sold me this book as a sex book.
Trish, you do whatever you want with it.
Trish, it's got pipes. What more do you want? Like it's like it's got mad
What in the world
piping.
made that sound like a sexy thing? That sounded
Well, if that's how you guys are having sex, then go you.
That's actually, it's
I'm
funny
gonna
you
go
say
on
that because that's actually the script I'm working on this week is a book. It's just called Sex.
There you go.
That's
You
the
see,
title
guys?
of the book. So I'm touching all corners here. I leave
Literally touching.
no stone of the human experience untouched.
Stony wants to join your cult as long as you have really cool complimentary robes.
I don't organize anything. It's all Tyler.
So, guys,
it's
we'll
a
do-
third party endeavor. I have hands off.
Go to
cult leader.
youtube.com/JohnTalk. We'll initiate you. It's one finger prick. We'll figure it out. It
Tyler,
hurts.
You just scared me.
No.
You're in this dark, creepy basement. Just whipped out a knife.
I know, just like oh. I gotta bounce, Travis. All these creators are awesome. Go back all their books.
See you, brother.
Granite, stay punk.
Bye, Tyler.
All right, and we've got my boy here, Sam. Sam, you've been killing it this campaign. Great job.
Yeah. We're actually going to start fulfilling Saturday for our digitals. We'll be sending out this backer survey Saturday morning. And
Nice.
start pushing out the digital rewards.
Taking a page out of my book.
Nice.
Yeah,
Don't-
well, we
Don't
always
wait
fulfill
for
pretty-
nothing.
Yep, we always fulfill pretty quick when at all possible. But yeah, this is our new Bad Girl fantasy book, Reign of Ages, co-created with myself and Nick Capone. We are funding until Friday night. Didn't realize that Frank and I were basically running out almost the exact same time. I think I finished like maybe 10 minutes after Frank does, I guess.
Nice.
I do mine at 11:59 p.m. because
That's when mine is, actually 11:59 as well. So we're actually on the exact same time then. That's crazy. We're going to be running the countdown, man.
My favorite kind of comic is standard plumbing shit.
But we've added 3 bonus digital rewards for all of our backers, which are little print PDFs for some art by Nick Capone, Fernando Ruiz, and then the black and white by Nick as well.
Okay.
And every backer's getting that. We have actually been working really hard with our team to make sure that everything's the best quality possible. Our printer did send me a notice today that they have shipped our proofs finally. And they were supposed to be here on the 28th, and UPS is now telling me that we'll be on the 31st. So we will actually be ordering the books after we examine those. I was hoping to order them Friday night literally, I was hoping to do it on stream while the campaign was closing, but now we gotta wait. So we've got a few stretch goals, 3 of them, in fact. We're actually going to be passing the 6,000 mark pretty quickly, and not just because of where we're at right now, but also because we've got 2 retail backers who we finished setting their tiers up. We should have them on either later tonight or tomorrow.
Nice.
And so that's another $350 something in pledges. One thing we've been doing on this is building custom tiers for each retailer, and went through the shops that have been carrying 47 Furious Tales in my role-playing game books, and the folks, pardon me, and the folks who were willing to go ahead and experiment with this with me came out, and they came out strong, and we have been building theirs directly. All of their logos are linked to their preferred website locations, and then their inventory is listed in their tiers so that people who are coming to the campaign, like, oh, hey, I know Cowabunga Comics. I'm right around there. they can go down and see, hey, they're getting this book. That's what I want. And they can actually just order it directly from the shop and support their local comic shop.
Yeah. Kyle is a great creator, a great friend to me. So that's awesome.
Kyle's a wonderful guy. I think the world of him, and incredible talent too. So
So is all I need to know. Well, Stoney's hit that back button.
Yeah, Stoney. Let's get to 200 backers tonight, guys. That would be really cool.
Let's see what we can do.
As you know, the joke that Mike Wheeler first put forth, that 200 makes you cute. I could use being cute, so 9 more makes me officially cute.
Well, what's your highest comic book? I know you have RPGs, so that kind of.
This is my highest comic book. My highest.
This
RPG,
is your highest right now.
Yeah, this is my highest number of backers. Yeah.
Okay. How about money wise?
47 Furious Tales, issue 1. Yeah.
All right. So. But
which we might actually catch on this one, to be quite frank, because we just rolled over the 48-hour mark. So
nice.
We've got 230 people who've saved the campaign that haven't pledged yet. So even at like a 15% conversion rate, we should see another 30 backers on that.
Yeah, no, it looks great. I think it's a great campaign. I think Sam works really hard on trying to do the best he can, and he does all the work. You'll see him on shows almost every night, kind of like when I'm live. He does the work, he does the rounds. He works the hustle. So I always appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks. I'm doing the best we can, and really happy that we added a new shop to our supporting retailer list with Cosmic Cape Comics in Saratoga Springs, New York. And so we just plugged in their tier a couple hours ago, and Mike there was really supportive of indie books and is looking forward to getting 47 Furious Tales and Rain both.
Those boxes in the background aren't props.
No, actually they keep getting smaller and smaller. I literally just removed a layer and stacked stuff up because we're going through books pretty heavy. I'm really happy to announce that, not counting the books from this Kickstarter campaign, 47 Furious Tales has now passed 1,400 print copies sold. And 47 Furious Tales issue 2 just passed 1,300. So we'll see what this Kickstarter does to those numbers.
Doesn't that make you feel good when you get to like shuffle boxes around and throw them out?
I'm actually not throwing these out because these are a great size for shipping to retailers. But other than that, yeah.
You ruined my joke.
I'm sorry. Yes. The logistics thing.
Did you have a question, Mike?
We were waving hi to Wendy.
Just waving to Wendy.
Oh, well, let's wave hi to Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. I hope you're going to enjoy Reign of Ages. You should have it Saturday night.
So, and then last but not least, even though I've been doing this for over an hour, I'll finally get to talk to Mine. Is it okay now, Frank? Now that it's been an hour and 12 minutes, can I talk about Mine now?
No, Travis.
Okay, I'll wait till Frank's ready.
Well, I'm like Travis. We all know you don't do any Kickstarters. Never. You don't. What do you do?
How many?
What do I do?
How many does this make, Travis?
This is 12 successful orange cone projects, but it's closer to 20 complete Kickstarters.
Right. Yeah.
Run and done. But yeah.
Yeah.
And then one that is never going to finish called Dog Days. But we're not talking about that tonight. This is not a Dog Days talk.
I got you. This one actually makes my 15th successful crowdfunding campaign since 2017. So I'm really excited about that, but really excited too about Granite State Punk.
You need to turn this into a series with 50 issues and do one for every state.
Yeah.
That would be a little crazy, like each state. Dude, I don't even want to.
The next one should be Sunshine State Redneck.
What was your joke? I was trying to, in a stream the other day, you had a joke. What was it called? Upstate?
Empire State Gangsta.
Empire State Gangsta.
Maybe
I'm just going to come up with titles for all of them, and you have to make them.
Maybe you could get like a different graffiti artist from each state as you hit it, and have that graffiti artist do the cover.
That could be cool.
I think that would be pretty badass.
All right, so we got.
So this is Granite State Punk. This is the most personal book I've ever had. It's very, very close to my chest. Best art I've ever done with Patrick. We're killing it here. We're very close to unlocking the embroidered patches, which is pretty cool. They're pretty big too. They're about 3-inch patches, which is great. It's because I said 3 inches big. I get it, Frank. I get it.
No, it's just that was actually not purposeful. It's just been a very long day.
Lone Star State Cowboy.
No, that's not bad.
Marble Nation Rock. I don't even know where's Marble Nation.
That's you, Mike. You wrote it.
It sounds like Montana.
I was just playing around.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to throw something in there. I was bored. I just want Travis to write a book
like,
because I brought it up.
We've been together 23 years. I'm like, we ain't never been nowhere called Marble National Rock.
You don't have to have a real place.
What? You're telling me like writers make up places?
Yeah.
It's Facebook, everything's made up.
I actually made up New Hampshire. It actually doesn't exist.
It's not a real place. It's like Iowa.
Right.
What?
So I got cool.
What about Iowa?
It's not a real place. I'm convinced it doesn't exist.
The one thing about this campaign,
Does it? Am I wrong?
I'm having a real hard time picking which cover I want.
Yeah. There's some crazy stuff.
There's some really good covers on this. I'm really kind of torn. I had the same problem with Human Hunters, but I'll figure it out before the campaign's over, so I know which one I want. But it's between the first one and the last one, man.
Well, and I didn't get a chance today because it's if people don't know, my wife got in a car accident, so I'm on the phone with insurance. They're asking me questions and doing all sorts of stuff all day, as well as my day job, as well as comics. So it's been really, really crazy. But we have a new cover. I can actually show you guys that. I have not added it to the campaign yet, but it is dope as hell. Let me show you.
Take care, Johnny. I hope your night gets better.
Yo, sorry, bud. Gotta head out. Night just got way worse. See you next. Hey, Johnny. I care about you, and I hope everything gets better.
Be well, Johnny.
All right, so let me see if I can get that cover. But guys, I am so excited about this campaign. Like, really, like, I think people have been able to tell the energy. Like, this is my campaign. This is the one I've been waiting for. So I'm really excited to show everybody. Oh, I don't even know where to show that.
Are you gonna change your pledge now?
I don't know how to do it.
500 backers for you, Travis, before you even get to the last week.
The new cover.
It may. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I'm at 218 right now. Oh, I just got another backer, which is great. Thank you.
Yep.
You got to remember to pay yourself commission.
Story.
Yeah, I'll pay myself commission.
I don't chase covers.
No, but it might be a cooler cover. I was asking Mike if he.
Oh, if I had a booby, let me get a
cover.
Steph Wilson cover. I'll get your cover from you.
That would be a Trish thing. I don't chase covers.
All right, fair enough.
If you add 6 more pages of story to something, I'm changing to that. I want the story.
Yep.
All right, let me show you.
More witches.
More witches. You need more witches. Everyone needs more witches. Where is my cover? Damn it. This is great storytelling, right? I'm not prepared. You guys are all prepared, and I've got nothing, even though I've been here an hour. What is going on? Where is it?
Oh no, I'm the opposite of tech savvy.
No, we have to have our daughter like beg her, like, can you come over and fix the Kickstarter? Can you add this? We don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't.
Frank,
have,
I'm looking forward.
I don't have to beg her because she just comes over.
I'm looking forward to
don't
reading
make
your
a
book,
mess.
Frank. I really am.
Thank
I like
I'm
the
a
way you
typical
write.
man. I will go into the kitchen
Appreciate
and
it.
destroy the kitchen to prove to people I can.
Yeah, Frank and I have never met. I don't think. And I was telling him while you were gone that I think I'm actually on your mailing list.
It's possible. I know you're not supposed to just add people, but I do it anyway because
Yeah, you know. I figured it was either that, or you were one of Russell's things.
So this is Patrick, and this is Kyle Willis. Kyle Willis did the background stuff, and Patrick did the front. So it's a kind of a collab between them, and I just think it looks beautiful. I think it's amazing. It's going to be a virgin cover. It's going to be really, really cool.
I'm thinking that's not a witch.
No. It could be a warlock.
Do you have a heroine Bob in this book by any chance?
The character, the way this book is written is it feels like an SLC punk. It's got that energy, It's got that vibe. So he'll talk to you that way. So kind of, in that respect, I do have a heroine Bob. Cool.
Because I'm telling you, man, that's one thing I like about this campaign is it's just really right up my alley. You got some really good covers for this book, man.
Yeah, it's the best thing I've ever done, which is pretty cool. We do have so that's the cover for this week, and then I have one more cover for the last thing. Little guy named Stefano. If anybody's seen covers by him,
He's wild.
yeah, I'm excited to see what he comes up with for this book. So he's going to do the last cover. That'll be the last week. We'll add that. By the looks of it, it may end up being a metal cover because we have so many. We have so many pledges on that metal tier. Like, I think we're going to sell out, and I'm going to have to add a new metal, which is pretty freaking cool, huh?
Yeah.
Travis, I don't like to disagree with you, but I think my favorite thing you ever wrote was like the Wizard of Oz, or
Cthulhu Invades Oz.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing.
But he was just part of that. This is his book.
Right.
Well, I mean, I came up with the concept for I get what you're saying, Trish. Yeah, I came up with the concept, but yeah.
Yeah, not to disagree about this. This looks amazing, but
Yeah, you haven't read this yet, though. This is something. and I say that
my
with
opinion, to be fair.
This is something special. Yeah, I mean, Cthulhu Invades Oz, you have all the creators, you have all the different stuff. You'll find something you love, but this book is very, very personal, very, very intimate. It's very raw. It's very punk rock, and I think it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool book to vibe with. So
this is like every day is like every other day until it isn't kind of underlying theme, right?
No. So this is a guy who's trying to you ever go through your life, and then at some point you realize that, hey, all these fucked up things happen to me, and I've kind of ignored them, and I have to address it.
Yeah,
that's what this is about. This is that reality that everyone goes through when they go from, when they stuff. This is when you get angry at your parents, when you get that, like, you're like, dude, like, I'm fucked up, and it's my parents' fault, which is very punk rock, right? It's everybody else's fault in punk rock. It's a very punk rock thing. So that's what kind of the vibe of the book is doing it. Would you say that, Frank? Frank, you've read it. What do you think?
I like the book because there's two halves to the book, and the first half is a steady increase of tension, and then it reaches a point where it just pitches and goes straight upward, and it's very cool to see the first half and to get absorbed into the character, and then once you hit that dividing line between the second half of the book, it just takes off in action and what I'm assuming is cool art because I haven't seen the finished stuff, but
right.
It's an engaging story. He's really created great characters for this book, and I'm excited to see his success for it.
Well, and one of the things that I don't tend to show people my writing, like, I was so excited about this, and I was like, I think this is something special, and I remember messaging Frank, hey, I think this is really special. Can you read it for me? And Frank was like right now? And I was like, yeah, like, I kind of read it like right now. Like, that's how excited it was. And Frank's like, all right, give me a little bit. And Frank gave me some really good advice too, that I changed up and actually heeded, because like he said, I was building up a tension, and that I continued to go. It became weakened because of a narrative that I did, that he helped strengthen that by keeping that tension up. By that character's tension still high, I didn't have to diminish it to do narrative, which was cool.
Weird thing about writing your best script ever is that when you send it to somebody else, they always have some sort of insight to make it even better, which is weird. Right. For somebody to say, yeah, it's not as perfect as you think it is.
Yeah. We're so close. We're so close. Just not quite there.
See, we were the opposite. I didn't want to know what Mike and Chuck were writing, or Mike wrote it and Chuck editing. I didn't want to hear it. I was like la 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 la, because I didn't want my input to change in any sort of way. And I don't know if if my input would have changed it for the better, for the worst, because it's amazing the way it came out. So I'm kind of glad I just kept my mouth shut on this one.
Well, yeah, but they might have a slightly different relationship.
Yeah.
Like, Travis won't have to worry about Frank making him sleep on the couch.
You don't know that.
You're right. Travis might not have to sleep on the couch if he anchors Frank. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. I mean,
that's why editing is kind of considered an art in itself, because too many editors want to put their own vision onto
Right.
a writer's story, and the best editors are just worth to push up a writer's story rather than guide it in a specific direction. So it's a weird skill. I've worked with all sorts of editors that over edit, that kind of just push you down in order to make it the way it's supposed to be, rather than push you up to make it the best thing that you create, rather than something that you guys would create together.
Yeah. What about you, Sam? What's your process?
Still,
Should not mute, right? With me, I tend to script out, and then when I take and get to where I'm comfortable with it, I look at it again and realize I screwed up, and then I rewrite, and then I take and I put it in front of Alexia Veldhausen, does most of my editing, and then Alexia shakes her head knowingly, makes a few marks, and then sends it back. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to ignore this, we're going to do this, we're going to ignore this, and then correct my spelling again for like the 30th time. And then at that point, once the panel work comes in, like the panel roughs and everything, I'll take and lay out the script and compare it, make sure that there's no need to change anything, so that the sequential art is reinforced with with a little bit of writing. Because I definitely don't want to try and overpower anything with a lot of narrative text. I want the writing to kind of complement the flow of the visuals. And being fairly new to creating comics, we've got 2 issues of 47, third one coming, and then this one. It's one of those things where I want to try and learn as much as I can, as quickly as I can, and trying to adapt to something that's very intuitive to read in the comic book format. So you've read 47 Furious Tales. I don't usually go into really big, long narrations.
Right.
We have a little bit more of that with Rain, and by that I mean like 2 sentences in a text bubble. But really, it's one of those things where I'm still growing in that genre. With writing comics. With RPGs, it's a little easier because it's more akin to novelization or to writing novellas, and then interjecting, character and game mechanic information amongst it. The tricky part with RPG writing is when you have to format it afterwards and then make corrections in post, so that you're not having 2 or 3 extra extraneous pages floating around that don't really flow aesthetically well with the art that you have. So sometimes you have to abbreviate here and there. But different process for both. Still learning experience, certainly. But I'll tell you, the other thing that I do is that if I don't enjoy it when I read the roughs, I don't expect anyone else to. And then I work all over again. Because I can't expect Frank to enjoy what I'm putting together if I don't.
Right.
So that's my process in a nutshell to date. It'll be a little different 6 months from now, and a little different from that 6 months after that, because hopefully I can, keep my head on straight and keep evolving my process.
Well, what about you, Kat? So do you you being an editor, one of the things that I found with my editor, there's sometimes where we butt heads because they have a thing and they're trying to make it better and you pay them. But sometimes we want to do our own thing, and you have to deal with that and try to make the right thing. How does that work with you? What's your struggles there? Especially even more so when you know that you're right? This needs to be there with the.
I'm the editor, of course. I'm right.
Right.
I think it depends on the creator.
Right.
Some creators are, obviously very open to feedback,
Right.
and others are like, no, I know I hired you to edit, but I really just want you to proofread it. Right. I don't want to really hear your feedback. I don't want to know. This is my baby. Yeah, and I'm constantly reminding people, my job is to help your baby grow up, to help it, be the best book that it can be, whether it's prose or whether it's comics. Luckily for me, most of the people that I work with are really pretty easygoing with us. And we have a good working relationship. So if I pipe up and have a solid opinion on something, they're like, okay, she's actually, giving me really solid feedback versus a little comment, like I did a comic once, not terribly long ago, where there was a scene all of a sudden where popcorn flies in the air and there's been no mention of popcorn, and I'd leave a comment like, well, what popcorn? Where did it come from? And sometimes it's just a little comment like that. Other times it's like, yeah, well, it needs more here, or what if you went this way with it? But most of the time, if I'm leaving really solid, opinion on something, most of my clients are willing to listen.
So, Frank, do you want to address that popcorn situation now that she's here?
Yeah.
Are you still angry?
Sorry.
I didn't hear it. What's the popcorn situation?
Nothing. It's
a joke. Are you doing all right, Frank?
Am I doing all right? Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
So I actually have a question for you, Travis. If you would put 5 songs to your new comic, what 5 songs would like emulate from them?
Ooh.
The Blister soundtrack.
I'm actually looking it up because when I create a book, I always do this. I don't share it with people, and I'm not sharing it with you, but I'm going to
playlist.
I've read the book, so I can come up with them. Ready?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears.
That's true.
That's number 1.
That is one.
Livin' La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin.
Right. You got it.
That's number 2.
Those are both incredibly punk songs.
Tomorrow from the Annie soundtrack.
Right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's number 3. Learn to Love You by, who's that by? Selena Gomez?
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know.
I really think My Heart Should Go On should definitely be.
That's number 5.
My heart will go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Stoney says
Selena,
Spice Girls.
Celine Dion. Right?
I'm going to make a comment.
Learn
I'm
to
getting
love
some
you.
God Save the Queen vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to be listening to some Ramones, some Blitzkrieg Bob. I Want to Be Sedated from Ramone. I'm going to listen to some Me First and the Gimme Gimme. So I'm going to listen to some punk covers. So like Over the Rainbow and Rainbow Connection, Anarchy in the UK.
What about Dead Kennedys?
I don't listen to a lot of Dead Kennedys. I do like the Dead Kennedys, but they are not on this particular list. There's also a song. It's a New Hampshire song, so you have to be in New Hampshire to understand it. But it's called Granite State of Mind. So that like New York State of Mind song, but it's uses New Hampshire shit that they talk about.
Okay.
For that.
What about Black Flag?
I've got a few Black Flag songs on here. Yeah.
What, Rise Above?
I have the whole, and then I have the whole SLC Punk soundtrack on it.
Yeah.
Sexual violence.
That's
I don't know
really
who
good
band
movie.
that,
I don't know why more people don't talk about that. It's a classic. I mean, yeah, it's 20-something years old now, but I mean, Jesus, it's so well done.
Did you ever see Punk's Dead?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
You should definitely see it. It's so good. The sequel to it is fantastic.
So Sam, 5 songs that go with your book, Reign of Ages.
Okay. She Sells Suicide. Cherry Bomb. Cry Little Sister probably fits in there pretty well. And then 2 more, huh? The Sky is a Poisonous Garden. The Concrete Blonde. And Rise Again by Black Flag.
By the way, we're looking at you, Stoney. You said you were interested in this. This is your thing. He's the only one here who hasn't got a back support. So we need some love, Stoney. So we're counting on you. Someone needs to throw some love over here to the Reign of Ages.
Yeah, let's hit 200 backers tonight. That would be good. That would be really good.
Don't get greedy. Come on. Let's get him a backer, though.
A backer.
200 backers, man.
250, 300.
4. Give me a 4.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
Hey,
Sean's got a
Sean,
campaign
how's
up
it going,
to
man?
51 AD or 21 AD, some sort of AD.
That's like one of my favorite questions to ask a writer. Like, if you could put it into words or music, what is like what would your soundtrack be for your book?
Right.
And it's always kind of interesting what they think you should be listening to in the background, or what it goes with.
I think I was actually when I wrote like the first half of it, the first script version. I think I was listening to. What was I listening to? I was listening to, I think, Suicidal Tendencies. I think.
Nice.
Yeah, but I was on like this YouTube random AMV mix that I put together. So there's like classic punk and then like just some other crazy shit that I listen to. Like,
Sure.
Rammstein comes on like 4 or 5 times in that mix. So what are you gonna do?
Right.
And I don't speak enough German to understand anything. I just go with the music.
I see. So the mother of my daughter left a Rammstein album at my house, and every time someone looks at it, they're like, "That doesn't fit." I know it's the only one that's not mine. I get it. Like, they'll look at my stuff because I'm very articulate. Like, I'm a huge Meatloaf fan, so I've got like a whole Meatloaf rack, and then like Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses, and then like a whole punk rock. But it's mostly like I'll have like the hits, and then I'll have like punk covers. Like, I have a huge section of punk covers. But like I'll have the best of Ramones, the best of Western, and yes, of course I listen to the Queers. They're from New Hampshire. For Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Yes, the Queers. They are actually mentioned in the book Granite State Punk because they are a New Hampshire band.
Sweet.
I finished my script over 2 years ago. I don't remember what I was listening to, but I'm pretty sure it was Disturbed, Tool, and Rush. So besides the Mario Brothers soundtrack, Frank, what are you listening to?
I can't write while listening to music with lyrics anymore.
Okay.
I don't know.
Really?
I can't. I listen to, I either put on classical music on like the Amazon classical station, or I like post-rock radio on Pandora. Post-rock is kind of like, it's kind of like the soundtrack to Friday Night Lights. They're like long instrumentals with guitar tones and stuff like that, which just kind of puts me in the mood. I don't know why. I used to write with a movie on. Right. And then I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then I listened to music, and I'm like, the words, they're bugging me out. So now I have to listen to kind of instrumental music.
I get that. Sometimes I'll sit and I'll have like anime playing in the background, and just go through with
epic fantasy battle music. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I know what I love video game soundtracks.
Donnie Cates, that's what he goes by. Donnie Cates, it's all video game soundtracks over and over.
Final Fantasy, Halo,
I went to the Distant Worlds Final Fantasy orchestra concert a bunch of years ago. That was pretty cool. That's a very nerdy thing to do. I dragged my wife there, and she's like, "You owe me so badly for this."
Yeah, I think my list is so very different from everybody else's list. So I have like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Then I have like Hot Potato by the Wiggles. Let's see, Somewhere Out There, which is from Winnie the Pooh. And I just have the Hairbrush song from VeggieTales.
I don't know that one.
I know I beat you when I'm making buttons or when I'm making stickers, which is not as mind consuming as writing, but when I'm like crafting and stuff, I'm listening to like RuPaul's Drag Race, like top 200 songs from the show. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yep, groove is on the hot, or whatever.
Yep.
So I'm just jamming out.
And Mongolian metal, the Who, it's just that's good. That's good. Yeah. My father loves the Who, man. I'm telling you. Mongolian metal, he just absolutely just loves the hell out of it. 71 years old or whatever he is now. He's older than that. But anyway, yeah, man. I remember I sent him a link to a video for them and then went down to visit him like 6 months later. And what's playing in the kitchen? Yep, the Who.
Yeah, Trent Reznor is great. He put out it was like a 4-disc compilation of instrumental copyright-free, or I should say royalty-free music, which is like awesome for people that are making movies that need music. It's really cool. He does great stuff. He did the sound. What did he do soundtracks for? He did the soundtrack for Social Network, which was cool. I love like when you see musicians do scores for movies. Marilyn Manson's done a couple.
Didn't Reznor work on Scott Pilgrim too? On the Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
I don't. Maybe I know he's done a couple.
Yeah,
So-
Trent's kind of becoming the Danny Elfman of the newer age, I think, to a certain degree.
yeah, I could see that.
Daft Punk killed it too on Tron Legacy or whatever the hell that movie
That's
was
a good
called.
point. Yeah.
They got snubbed. They didn't even get an Oscar nomination. I remember that. I was kind of pissed about that because I thought they did a phenomenal job.
So, Trish and Mike, what are you listening to when you're listening to your girls? When you're writing your girls.
Well, it's a whole lot different than what y'all are listening to.
I'm sure.
I've listened to some Taylor Swift and some Queen. I definitely had some Spice Girls here and there, and Kelly Clarkson. There's a lot of females that I've listened to,
and maybe just a little Cyndi Lauper.
Well, only when you brought it up. I mean, honestly, I didn't listen to any when I was creating the story. I mean, just it came up for the name, but there's a lot of things that I probably don't recognize because my daughter's like, "Hey, you should try this song," and I put it on the list, and it worked out perfectly well. But I don't remember who it is, so I'd have to look it up on my phone. Which I guess I could, because I mean,
right? We like Ariana Grande and
I don't think that's on
I
it,
thought
but
you had that one. Pink. I know you listened to Pink.
no.
I thought you had
American Authors, Best Day of My Life, Going Crazy, Ashley Tisdale.
I don't think I know.
The Bitch Song, the Dolly Rats. And then there's some stuff like Fight Like a Girl from Dynamite. My Best Friend's Hot.
Right?
Only Happy When It Rains by Garbage. I mean, I Love It by Akana Pop. I love that song.
Have you started issue 2?
Issue 2's with Chuck.
All right.
So you're waiting on Chuck.
Well, Chuck
Sounds about right.
So I think that he's doing fine. I don't want him to start editing my stuff while he's broken. I mean,
right. He even said that. Yeah, he even said that.
I think your book would be better under COVID brain. I think it'd be fantastic. So
yeah. COVID brain wrote this story.
Right.
So yeah. I mean, the book's done, and just gonna go to the printer and get that one cover done, and knock it out, and have it out to people's hands right away. And then, they're already starting on issue 2, and hopefully we'll knock that out by late.
No, don't even try to put.
I'd like to. I would like to.
You have to put it out by about January 31st.
By the end of the year.
So like a week or so from now.
Yeah, I would.
But realistically, we're not going to get it out before that. So, I mean.
It will be out this year, though, issue 2. Is that fair enough?
Well, I mean, I think so. I think
to be fair.
I think we learned a lot, to be fair, about, pacing with the art and the colors and, then getting it to Jerome for lettering. So, I mean, I think we learned a lot.
Yep. One was like a lot of baby steps in learning the process and learning to be patient, because I am not a patient woman. And I'm like, why don't I have 20 pages of inks and pens right here in front of me? And Mike's like, Trish, we commissioned 3 a week. And I'm like, can't we get up to 5 or 7? And he's like, you want to put more money towards it? I'm like, no. Yep. 3's good. 3's good.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, when you're working and, it takes several hours of work to pay for it. I mean, you can ask for more, but the price goes up.
Travis is drinking Kraken and Coke. That's what he's drinking this evening.
And here I am drinking ice water and being.
What are you drinking that out of? You're drinking that out of
it's just a frosted mug. So this is
Look,
where the
Travis.
So you're drinking a mixed drink out of a beer mug?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
So here's the thing. So the only beer I have hold on, we got to address this. So the only beer I have in my effing house, unfortunately, is that. So I bought 2 of the seasonal packs for Sam Adams, and I have the IPAs left, and I'm not going to drink them unless I'm desperate. I would rather have rum and cokes than friggin' drink IPAs.
But you put it in a beer mug. Why don't you put it in like a different?
Because I didn't want to get up and get glass every time, ice every time, and this is the only thing that I can keep frozen.
You don't want the IPAs. Ship them my way. I love IPAs.
You can come over, just come get them. They're yours.
Yeah, let me just drive down the block.
Travis, you fucking peasant. So, Frank, your message must have gone out because you were getting tons of backers, or I'm a huge supporter. I actually only know I brought one person in. So.
Oh wait.
Two.
Okay, what is Stony? What is up with this?
Yes, Tony, help us out here.
You live hot local girls.
Get in the hay, love your face, express your live hot local girls.
Wow,
Good
wow.
night, Tony, love you.
I'm taking
Oh
this
no,
personally now.
Sean! I called Chuck the Kraken because it's a mystical beast that only comes out, at like out late at night, out on the sea. You never see it. So yeah, it's easy.
Hey, it's blue shirt guy. What's up, Andrew?
Oh, he was so drunk last weekend. It was so fun.
Yeah, last one of these was good. By the way, just for those who watch the show when I do a live, next week when we do this, we're going to be doing. I'm going to have a whole bunch of my pros on, so the people who I know who are at the higher level than me to ask some questions and stuff like that. So it's going to be a little different than this one.
Cool.
But we'll get everybody on.
You're gonna ask them how we make the comic books?
Yes. What stream are you
Chuck, I hope you
watching?
get feeling better, man.
Anyone? I was about to ask the same thing. They must have noticed we were here. Andrew Druck, nah. Anyone else get their Killaroo book this week? So good. I did not get my Killaroo book. I did not. Hopefully get it soon. But
What did you get this week?
you don't even want to see my stack. It was so big.
I got Human Hunters this week.
That's what she said.
He got this week.
I did get that
nice.
this week. I did get that this week.
I got Human Hunters from Max DeVille.
I'll show you what I got this week.
Fantastic.
I got a ticket from the New York City
no.
Department of Finance.
Ah,
Oh no.
It's wonderful. That's my reading material.
No, so this week for Kickstarter stuff, I got what did I get? I got Cat's book. I got Clay Adams' book. I got the last. I think it's the last. So that's 5 issues, right? His cowboy thing. Can't even name it right now. Frank, do you know that?
Well, say that again.
Clay's cowboy book, whatever it's called. I can't even think.
Dead Skins.
Dead Skins. That was 5, right?
I have no idea.
All right, so I got that. I can't think of what else I got. I got some cool stuff. So I got some really cool books.
Frank wins. No, I
I
tie a
have
lot.
no idea what Mike got for Kickstarters. He usually goes to the door when he hears the knock, and he's like, "Gimme!"
Oh yeah, I got so many this week.
I think I've got everything I was supposed to get this month. Yeah. Only stuff I'm waiting on is stuff that's late. So, but 2 of those guys got deployed, so that's to be expected.
It's no excuse.
What?
Yeah.
We did confirm our hotel and our tickets this week for Planet Comic-Con,
Nice. Where's that?
Woo.
Kansas City,
Okay.
Missouri. So yeah, we a friend of ours, Henri's like, if you guys have your books, you guys can come put it up at my table, because there's no point in us getting a table with one book. So
Sure. Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you,
Danny,
Stoney.
welcome back.
Quick shout out to Stony. Thanks for the retweets and everything, man. Appreciate it.
Wendy got the holiday spirits.
Oh,
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. Well, I'm going to actually post all the links in the thing. So if you haven't got Rain, get it. You only got 48 hours left on that baby. Pipe Creepers, you only got 48 hours left on this baby.
Frank's crushing it, no doubt.
Yeah, no.
How many books you got this year, Frank?
I run about 5 campaigns a year.
Yeah.
Every 7 weeks is when I launch a new one. That's kind of my time frame. And the weird thing is, I don't know which one is next. I just know there will be one next.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think Frank and I are under the similar thing. We we make sure that we make sure that we have another book ready to go live on Kickstarter at any moment. Like there's always an extra one. Like if we need to go, if we have a time.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about cutting my campaigns down. I right now they're at 18 days. I think I'm gonna cut off a week and just do like 11 days.
Did you guys see Chuck's comment?
No.
Yes.
I think that's a neat idea.
Like,
Frank.
which
I'm
one?
just not
Yeah, so
answering
Danny-
him.
Frank, Danny really wants. We talked about it privately, but he really wants a retail tier, my bro.
It's tough for me because I'm a lot of my books are getting picked up
Right.
by publishers, so I don't. It's like cannibalizing their market.
Right.
It's tricky.
May I put a link for my book on?
It's okay, Danny. I'll keep putting retailer tiers on for you, bro.
Chuck,
So-
you can come on if you're feeling well enough. I don't think you are, but if you are,
I mean, I could do a retailer deal like outside of Kickstarter, but to kind of promote it and acknowledge it,
right.
it kind of puts off a lot of the publishers that I've been talking to for a lot of my books.
Gotcha.
Because I don't like doing the.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I respect you, Sam, for doing all the direct market stuff right to the stores. I can't really do that by myself. I need a publisher to.
Well, I
partner
get you. I mean,
with
I'm
that.
a single dad too, and have the day job on top of that. So I don't sleep much. But I'm surprised IDW hasn't been knocking on your door like at all hours of the night already.
Hey, Kevin.
I would like that.
Yeah. He'll gladly share the address. If anybody from AIW who's watching, he'll gladly share it right now. Like,
No, I mean, really.
If Heather
Frank
Antos
is-
is on the stream, tell her I'm a big Goosebumps fan.
Right.
I don't think she has anything at IDW, does she?
She does the. I think she does the. I know she does the Goosebumps stuff.
Let's see,
and
give him
she
the guy.
does.
Hey guys.
I think they're
Yeah.
getting rid of the Star Wars stuff, but she might do like the
Welcome back,
the
Mike.
Marvel stuff too.
Yeah, I can see you doing.
an
I could,
IDW Marvel book right here. Let's see
I-
who the
I-
editor is.
I could see you doing really well at IDW. As prolific and as good as your content is, I mean, you're consistently excellent.
No, she's
that's
not.
one thing that's really, really good about. I'm not trying to, to make Frank out to be a big deal or anything.
He
just
is a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. He's just.
He's Frank the
consistently
writer.
excellent,
Come on.
you know?
Frank is a big deal. But much like Frank and myself, we for how big deals we are, we get rejected a lot. I got a rejection from SourcePoint today, which is sad.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
Big
okay.
deal.
That's a bummer.
I see that
My
while I
wife
was
keeps me
gone,
humble.
Sean decided to call me a whore. I didn't go turn a trick. I just went to the bathroom. that wasn't like Trish sent me to go to work. I'm not a whore, Sean.
Oh, Sean, be nice.
Wendy, I did send Chuck the link. He just has got to click on it and put on a shirt or whatever he's doing.
Yes. Oh, now, we made my
Now Mike's
pie.
hiding. You know what though, Sean?
Aw.
He is a whore, but you can't afford him, baby, because he's all mine. Mama pays all the good bills for him and takes good care of it.
This conversation just got weird.
COVID Chuck is in the house.
Chuck, hope you get to feeling better, brother.
What up?
Hey, Chuck.
How's it going, gang?
Hi, Chuck. My name is Frank. Nice to meet you. I've heard a lot
Nice
of
to
good
meet
things.
you, Franklin.
I've heard a lot of good things.
Hi, Chuck. I'm
Oh.
Trish, and this is Mike. We're first time comic book creators.
Chuck's not believing any of your bullshit. You bother him.
Haven't heard of any of you people.
Well, Shattered. I know your real name. I'm not sure I'm saying Shattered.
Thanks, man.
back.
Appreciate it.
We need a backer for Reign of Ages because I want to get at least everyone a backer, and he's the only one I haven't. And he just is. Sam is privately messaging me saying, "You promised me a backer. I will cut you." Like it's violent.
No,
so
I didn't say I would cut you. I said I would take out my frustrations on you when I go see Andrew.
Right. Like, and I just don't want to deal with any of this stuff. So if we can get him at least
As
one
we all
backer,
know,
he wants to
Andrew
get
is
200,
ubiquitous.
so he'd like 9, but I'm sure he'll take 1.
Oh.
And yes, in all seriousness, guys, we are going to be sending out the backer survey Saturday, and then we'll start fulfilling digital rewards Saturday night. And so as those surveys come in, we'll be doing that.
All right.
Does Sean Terry have a Kickstarter too?
Sean does, yeah. He's
Or
not
does
one
he
of
just
us.
or does he just randomly want a backer?
Maybe he just wants a backer. He's just like, hey,
I got your back, Sean.
yeah, I can show
Well,
Sean.
he's doing 2100, right? 2100 AD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll show his link real quick.
Cool.
Only because he has a baby. I do want normally someone to do the work themselves, but since he has a baby, I'll give him a pass this one time.
Travis, Kevin is asking for the link to, I believe, Sam's Kickstarter.
Sam's Kickstarter? Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Appreciate
Let's
it.
do that.
I need 5,500 so I can give everybody scratch and sniff bra and panty sets, please.
There you go.
Very much.
Yeah, Travis will get everybody.
Did you get that idea from Chuck by any chance?
$1,000.
Sean says he'll come on.
expectations are
Sean,
not
you got to
high.
message me if you want to come on. So, Chuck, what's this campaign that you're talking about that you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, of course, Break and Fetch is an amazing campaign that I was part of, but the other one that could use lots of help is Cat Dad and Supermom.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know there was
So
a
you
new
mean
one.
Granite State Punk? Yeah, it's a great book. I'm super excited. Yeah, we'll bring that up. Sure.
It's issue 2, and I'm really honestly I like the book a lot. I'm always excited about it. Does well at shows. Got me into Scout. Like it's a really good book, and it means a lot to me. And I know that kids love the book. It's an easy sell. As soon as kids are able to pick it up at a show and flip through it, they have a blast with it. So.
By the way, you just got your one backer, Jerome, the letterer and extraordinaire from Orange Cone. He went and backed you. I just got the message on my
BlackBerry.
on my Apple Watch. So you've got your one backer, Sam. So you can stop threatening me.
Oh, I didn't actually threaten you.
Who are you gonna believe?
Travis is very sensitive.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
All right, hold on. I gotta get Cat.
I actually have nothing but love for Travis. He's a fun guy.
Don't tell anybody that.
So, well, Travis,
You
is
have to be a
looking
fun
for
guy to
this-
pull off that hat.
Chucks, what's your soundtrack?
For Cat Dad.
Sorry.
For what?
Mike came with the soundtrack for Cat Dad?
There are 5 songs for while you're writing.
I'm really hoping that Chuck's soundtrack for Cat Dad and Supermom is the most violent soundtrack that we've ever heard.
I mean, my soundtrack for everything I do is really violent and loud and angry. So,
do you have a good retailer tier for Danny and the Collective to get in on it?
on what? On
They cannot
Cat
for
Dad.
Cat Dad because it's a scout book. They can't.
Yeah, we
I
can't.
didn't realize. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
But Cat Dad, yeah, it's live. It's doing its thing.
Yep. And we have the coloring book cover, of course, that people can pick up and enjoy. And this is your chance to get the book before it hits Scout,
So
before it gets out there.
it's pretty cool. See, he's an editor. Look at Chuck. Look, they can't even give you a proper fitting shirt. Chuck may be a fat dude, but he always had proper fitting clothing.
It's true. No one ever sees my belly. I'm very
I think
cognizant.
that's bullshit
Travis,
because
go back to the page, Travis.
Okay. All right.
Wait.
I mean,
Chuck is lying.
he's jogging. He's trying to get fit.
Chuck is lying. He is
Oh
a
yeah,
filthy
that's true.
liar.
That's not me at all.
I have seen, because Trish said skin to win, Chuck, Sean, and Russell all threw off their shirts.
That's true.
It was the craziest thing.
That definitely was not for Cat Dad, though. Let me make sure everyone's aware of that.
And
That was not for Cat Dad.
Chuck
Dad,
looks like
Dad,
that.
Lyle, they all run together after a while.
Mr. Bobby Gregory doesn't look anything like that in any way, shape, or form. Like, that's not even anything like him. He's not a redhead.
He's a ginger.
And he's bigger. He's a muscular guy. Like, he works out, you know?
Yep.
But, yeah.
But yeah, this is really cool. This is about basically, about heroes and separating the fact from the fiction when it comes to your heroes and whatnot. It's a really good story about that he's a big fan of this certain hero. Admiral Hero is his name, and he falls in love with this character and whatnot. He goes to a convention and finds out that the actor who plays him is actually really not a good dude at all, and really kind of treats Jax very badly. And so we then go through the story of him kind of being able to separate the fact from the fiction, and he learns a lot about real heroes along the way, which is really nice.
So, can I talk about an editing thing?
Yeah.
Since you're the editor, why is it for the first issue R. Gregory or Rob, and then it becomes Bobby for issue 2?
There's lots of whys on those books, and I'm not going to answer all of them.
I have a question, and it's 100% serious.
I was serious.
No, you're so serious. I just when I say this, somebody's gonna be like, "That's not a serious question." Does that say of crayons included?
Where?
I'm wondering if that's it was just on the screen, so I put my glasses on.
We'll get it back.
Right there. I'm just wondering if it's if that's a brand of
pack of crayons. Yeah, that needs.
Yeah, it's just no space.
Oh,
yeah.
pack of crayons. Okay, I didn't see the pack because it was scrolled up. Okay, totally makes sense now. I just thought there was this type of brand of crayons that I was unaware of.
Yeah. Well, so I saw Danny there saying that he needed some Belial 2. We can either hook him up with some Belial 2, or if he wants to wait a little bit, Belial 3 is on the way, and we can get him all 3 and just make it a thing. So that's up to him.
People sub for it though; they may need it now.
Yeah, if you got people on sub for it, do you want to?
If you have people on sub for it, yeah, we'll get you some 2s. Hit me up, homie.
Yeah,
we'll make that happen.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll make sure that there's a retail tier for 3, of course, because we got art coming in for that bad boy.
Yeah, I saw it. It looked great.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
So
it was funny, and I'm going to tell the story, Sean. I hope you don't hate me. Sean, we got the pencils in, and Sean looked at it, and he messaged me, and he's like, you know what, man? There's some issues there. And I was like, okay, well, then go tell Greg. And he's like, well, no, I feel kind of bad, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're an editor on this book, and as an editor,
it's your job to be the meanie head.
You got to give them bad news. So if you want those changes, which I agree with your changes, I think you're right, go talk to him. And he talked to Greg, and as always, Greg was super cool, and he's like, oh, yep, that makes sense, cool. And he made the changes, and the changes look amazing. But he then took the page that had not been changed, and he showed that one off, and I'm like, why does he still have the helmet? I thought we took the helmet off. And he's like, oh, fuck, I put up the wrong page. No one will notice. Yeah, they will, because I'm a dick. But that just goes to show how much a part of it Sean and I are through the whole process. We take each page and we go through. Like, I got the roughs for page 3 today, and so we went through with the script and made sure everything made sense.
Thank you for the reminder.
Happy birthday, Danny.
Oh, happy birthday, Danny.
It's my youngest birthday. He just turned 21.
Ooh.
I know. It's scary.
Can we go get a cupcake? We
don't have the rights to that song, dude. If you sing it, we'll get taken off the air.
For he's a jolly good fellow, I believe is copyright free.
So what do you think? Let's actually, by the way, it's 12 o'clock. If anybody needs to go, I totally get it. People have kids, they got stuff in the morning. Because I do this until I'm bored, and I'm not bored yet. So
I don't need that passive aggressive bullshit, Travis. You can go if you want to. No, I'm not.
Frank, motherfucker, I'm here till 1 or 2 last time. So do not try to outstay me because that will not work.
I'll fall right asleep right here. I don't care.
But you look tired, man. If you gotta go, go.
I grew up on Xbox Live Halo 2. We fell asleep in the lobby.
Help.
God.
Help.
Sean is with us today too.
Help. I got cream everywhere.
What?
Oh my.
All right.
Is that a tier for your book?
Well, our daughter bought us happier funded cupcakes. Trish doesn't know how to serve them, I guess. So I've got a handful of cream.
Show them.
Oh, they can see. I mean, I have this much is just frosting. So if I die of diabetes tonight, don't worry, guys.
Oh no.
Chuck has issue 2.
Chuck has issue 2.
I do.
So
I know who to talk to.
Johnny, we're celebrating with you.
Yay! Oh, yay, Kevin! Kevin back.
Oh, awesome, Kevin. Thanks for backing 21 AD. Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, Danny, and thanks
Kevin,
for
you
the
rock.
reminder to check the box.
Who's Sean? Is that you? Because that buzzing wasn't happening until you got here. Can you mute for a second and see if it's you? Oh, it stopped. Never mind. Cool. Good talk, guys. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
I still hear that. Do you still hear that, Cat?
I do.
Okay, you guys still hear it? I still hear it a little bit.
Yeah, I hear
Sean,
it.
mute yourself for a second. Okay.
You, Mike.
I cannot mute it.
I still hear it.
Good, it's not me then. I shut my mic off.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. All right.
We're gonna dick around with it until we figure
Whatever,
out where
don't
it's
worry
coming
about it. Yeah, it didn't stop. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I hear it a little bit, but I don't know where it's from.
Yeah.
You guys are more than welcome to come have cupcakes.
I don't know. All right. Anyways, mute everyone till you find it. Is it me?
I
I
did.
think it might be me.
Quick thanks to Jerome and Lily. Thanks, guys, for pledging tonight. Appreciate it.
Is it me if I mute?
No, I still hear it.
Let's just
I don't know what it is.
all sit in the stream on mute. Chuck.
Yeah.
Did you mute?
I did earlier, but I'll do it again.
I don't believe you.
Cat, you didn't mute. I think it's Cat.
It's Cat.
I don't know where it came from, but I think it's you, Cat. Just mute it till you talk. You're good.
Just a
Okay.
weird game show.
Weird game. Very exciting content, guys. I'm glad all of you guys get to watch that. That was super exciting. So, Sean, tell us about your book. You got some backers already, so you're happy. So you don't really need us, but go ahead and tell us about it anyways.
Chuck can tell you about my book too, right, Chuck?
Why does he keep making other people talk about his stuff?
No, right? I'm like, I can talk about a lot of books.
No, we're going to address this, Sean. Like, no, you pulled this shit last week. No, it's your fucking book, dude. If you want people to back it, you talk about it, all right?
Okay. That seems fair, Travis.
If you want me to talk about your book, you got to hire me.
I wish I could afford you, Chuck. You've become so popular lately.
It's tough.
So in demand.
I'm still available, Sean.
First world problems.
So, 2100 AD is set in the year 2100. It is artificial intelligence takes over the world in a way you haven't seen. If you really think of the differences in what life might be like around that time, you might realize that you don't need to be Ultron or you don't need to be Skynet building bodies, because the cloud is going to control everything from autonomous vehicles that, if there's 1 billion of them on Earth, that's 1 billion weapons. You don't need a robot. Drone strikes, right? All these forms of autonomy that we're going to be handing over to AI will be the weapon that can destroy us. So you have a handful of tiers, all within like a low budget, low price kind of range, to where you're getting volume 1 if you choose to, which is 44 pages. It's like issue 1 and 2 combined. And this is essentially the second volume, which is 3 and 4 combined, also 44 pages. So I think issue 1 starts more of an issue 0, to where you're seeing how the world got to be this way. And then the second half of that, you're meeting kind of the survivors. Chuck called it like Terminator meets Walking Dead, because of the working in groups that people do together. The fact that they're dealing with hunger, starvation, how do you have food? The fact that you have to stay away from tech and automation and shortwave radio, and you can't have a cell phone. You have to take chips out of anything. It's just a dark dystopian future. If you're into that kind of stuff, I think it's a pretty easy sell, because it's probably a take on it you haven't seen before, and it has its own uniqueness.
That's the best compliment you get, right? I kind of hate the stream right now because everyone's so damn talented. Oh, thanks, Danny.
Yeah, but we love you, Danny, man. I mean, come on.
You're a
Danny's
damn
so
liar,
amazing.
but we appreciate it.
Sean, is that a Guinness?
You know what? I don't know what this trash is. So I'm Jack and Coke. Make no mistake about it. Every once in a while, some friends come over. Some people who wear masks during the day, and they bring me trash. Like, this is hard cider that they just left at my house or something. I don't know what it is. It's terrible.
Oh no, I know exactly what it is. It's like soda pop.
Yeah, it says hard seltzer, sparkling, odd side. I don't know.
But it's got a cool looking can, so that's good.
Why are you drinking it?
Because it's there, Chuck. Come on.
Chuck,
It's an
we're
easy
poor.
answer.
We drink what's in the fridge.
Don't ask stupid questions.
That's right. You're going along and you run out of, whatever you want to drink, and then you go to the fridge and you find the weird stuff, and you're like, all right, here we go.
The Jack is reserved for Fridays, and it stays flowing. So tonight I just see Travis having one. He has one on a Wednesday. I said, just this once, I'm going to join Travis. I'm going to find whatever trash is in my basement fridge. And I'm going to pull out a can of that just to open it with Travis.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Oh, and it is trash.
Oh. Sorry, man.
So, Chuck, how you feeling? Everybody's worried about you.
We're getting over it. But we've been sick. It's nothing like no really fucking brutal symptoms, but just sick. Standard annoying fucking sick. The kind of sick that 2 years ago I would have worked at a kitchen still doing my job and would not have been allowed to go home for, but would have been very unhappy about it.
Oh, okay. So a nice little COVID story.
Yeah. I mean, sore throat, itchy, watery eyes, draining nose, coughing, sneezing, bullshit.
My brother-in-law makes sauces to be shipped out around the country. He 100% got COVID, tested positive for COVID, and they're like, all right, I guess you have to go home now. So they sent him home. My sister, who of course sleeps with him, she went to her work because she works at a nursing home, and she's like, my other half has COVID. He's tested positive. He's got to be off for like 5 days. They gave her a quick little nasal swab. Said, nah, I don't think you got COVID. You're good to go for the weekend. So I'm like, wow, we are such a smart culture. So, I mean, she spent all her time at home with him, taking care of him because he's sick. And then she went in to take care of old people because she didn't have COVID when they swabbed her, I guess. So, I mean, she can't get it then. She's immune.
Right. So, Danny, so Danny has this question, Sean. Oh, yeah, Sean wrote. Danny, each book is 2, so just 2 books total. Yeah, so they're double-sided issues. All right, so I got a question to ask around the table. I heard a quote the other day, and I want you to tell me how true it is. In indie comics, we are really just sharing the same $20 around over and over again. I want you to tell me whether or not that is true or false.
I can
Based on your statement. Sam's excited. Go ahead.
That is absolutely false because I never have $20. I kid you not. I'm a single dad. I work for the lowest paid branch of state government in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And I was literally talking with HR the other day because they couldn't figure out if I was supposed to get a raise 2 years ago or not because they can't find my job code. So I'm the only person in the entire Commonwealth of Kentucky with my job. So, yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I never have $20. So I mean, if I take and I put $20 on your campaign, then you know I want it real bad because it had to come out of something else out of the budget.
Right. Frank?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks for your educated, really thought out process.
I mean, we like comic books. We
Right.
make comic books. We buy other people's comic books. It's such like a negative thing to say. I mean, obviously, we are funding projects with more than $20, so somebody's backing books that don't make them. It's just so.
And stores are carrying them too. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So sure. Like, okay.
I mean, hell, I was shipping 100 books this week, 47 outside the Kickstarter to retailers. So.
All right.
I know who said that. I'm friends with the person who said that, and I would say it to their face. That's a bullshit fucking trash ass thing to say, and you're only fucking saying it because you don't support the community, and therefore the community doesn't really support you.
So
you talk shit about people all the time, and they don't come.
The person who told me this was Patrick, my artist, not.
Oh fuck! Okay, sorry. There was someone else who says this, and I was like, I'm gonna go full on in your face. I apologize.
I guess it's a common expression. We need to start passing around a $20 bill.
It's a bullshit statement. It really
every time somebody gets it, we need to sign it.
Yeah,
let's
that can be a
consider.
fun tradition.
I guess I have a different take on it because even if that statement's true, it's a point of pride, right? I don't know how familiar you guys are with like Black Wall Street and those days, but there's something to be said about a dollar circulating, how many times it circulates in a community before it leaves it, right? So I would wear that as a badge of honor if it were true, but obviously it's not true to Frank's point. But speaking of Kickstarters, 2100 AD has not picked up a new backer. I think the people that said that they backed have backed, but not tonight. Nobody tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't see. I think you're at 42. Yeah. So Kevin, I am not on your show until February 4th. So if you double check that, just make sure we're good.
So,
I'm not because tomorrow night I'm going to be on another show at 7.
So we came in this as backers first.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I know, and I'm not trying to give all my financials out, but I know I have backed several people in this room right now, and not including who's in the side or whatever. And I have given sometimes more than 20, sometimes less than 20, whatever I can give, I have given. So whoever said we pass around 20, they ain't seen my bank account. That's like $2 or $3, maybe even $500 lower in a month from Kickstarters.
Yes, Danny, you can back twice, bro.
I'm trying to keep it down below 500.
I know. You try, baby. You try good.
No, it's an interesting statement. I really, Chuck, if you could private message me who you were talking about, because I was excited about the rant. It just, it wasn't warranted. If my artist sees that you're ranting at him, I just want to know.
Chuck, you mute.
I think he's talking to Wendy.
I just want to know who has the $20 so they can take me out for breakfast tomorrow morning.
I heard that.
Cat is slowly being taken over by
me
that
too.
buzz.
I got sausage and gravy. I can make you breakfast here. I can't afford to take it out.
Can I ask a quick question to this room?
No.
Sure.
I'm gonna anyways. Fuck you, Frank. So my daughter is getting way into art. She chill the fuck out. They're an artist. They love art, and they were talking about their art with some friends, and the friends basically said, "Look, you know what? You have imposter syndrome, and you really need to go get some therapy." And I was like, "We all have imposter syndrome." And I'm pretty sure everybody in this room has imposter syndrome. So, Becca, come here for a second, please.
Chuck,
come
speak
here.
for yourself.
You don't have to put yourself on camera.
Frank is
okay?
awesome.
You don't have to put your, but you have to be able to see the screen. Get your butt over here. Look at the screen. Okay? Don't lie. Tell me the absolute truth, guys. If you've had imposter syndrome, even any time recently, let's say in the last week to a month, please raise your hands. Look what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sean is way above that bullshit. He's way above that. But see, it's a normal thing. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow, but it is normal.
I'll tell you, I literally about an hour ago sent
Frank is absolutely chilling on the floor.
I sent a message to
My table
Russell
is.
Zimmer.
I was
level.
reading. My fault, Chuck.
I sent a message to Russell Zimmerman asking if he ever got used to people saying that they liked your stuff, and that's just because it happens. People tell you, hey, I like what you do and I enjoy reading what you created. And then it's easier to tell someone. It's easier for me to sit there and tell Frank I've enjoyed the pair of books of his I've read. It's easy for me to tell Travis, but when someone else tells you, it's like, how do you respond? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's fantastic, and you're really kind of half of your brain is stunned because someone likes something you created.
So I'm going to show some behind the scenes of stuff that Frank has gone through, and Mike and Trish, you're going to have to deal with it. Sam's probably dealt with it. Sean may have dealt with it. Sometimes these things come at you randomly in the middle of the night. This is for Chuck and I, because Chuck and I are going to have to resolve this issue.
Is this the dick pic thing?
No. So this is our campaign from April 2019. It's called The Advocator. I blocked out the person's contact information, but they just filled out the survey today. So now we have to randomly send this package out for The Advocator.
Yeah.
You know what? The very first thing I do is I check my current campaign and see if they're a backer, and tell them you need to back my new campaign because I'm going to send out one pack.
Yeah.
That's good, Frank. I like that.
Well, I had to ask Sam about a question earlier, was because I had somebody approach me and Mike in the comments and say, well, I'm doing the digital, so I get all your covers too. And we're like, what?
But I already said no.
Yeah, Mike said no, but I mean, we get some weird stuff like thrown at us, and we're newbies. So like, I'm grateful we have you guys. So if anybody comes asking me any weird stuff, I'm grateful we have you guys to be like, no, Trisha, they get cover A just like everybody else, unless you have a special tier. And that's what Sam told me today when I asked. So
yeah, I've never seen that or done that. I've never seen or had someone do like all their covers in digital. I've never seen that. Not in RPG and not in comics.
Right. Well, what you do is, so that's why you always create a digital deluxe tier. So when someone asks that question, I go, yeah, sure, it's in the digital deluxe tier. All those covers are in there. Go ahead. And that's what the deluxe is. Throwing all those covers in the back and a script. Good to go.
There you are. That's not a bad idea.
Customers throw all sorts of weird stuff out there. They should really see that people ask for commissions. I don't want to know, Pete. I don't want to know.
Pete gave me some really good advice on this particular campaign and suggested that we put in the blank sketch covers. And we've done a lot with that. I think we're up like 79 or 80 blank sketch covers already on this campaign.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're a hot commodity. Like, they're really good. By the way, we still need to get 21AD a single backer. They're the only person on the stream who has not got a backer. So show some love. If you like me and you can give him a couple bucks, his digital. What's his digital? I'm sure it's like nothing, right? It's like $5. $5. There you go. You got $5. Just don't go out for Dunkin' tomorrow, which would be very sad because America runs on Dunkin'. So I don't know how you're going to work, but figure it out for the love of Sean.
If you're not American, though, that would work.
Right. If you're not American, digital is a better option anyways and stuff.
Canadians run on.
Kevin said he just backed 2180 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now. It seems like
Sean's saying that's not true. You may not have completed.
I'll tell you, it seems like Kickstarter is running a little slow though. When I look at stuff, I mean, it's taking a few minutes for it to pick up.
Maybe I can refresh it. Maybe. Don't know. Maybe
brilliant. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Order them every freaking book, and stuff we can hardly carry. Oh, Timmy.
Timmy.
Let's see.
Gotta say thanks to Mick for the big bump there. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I got a question for Travis.
Yes.
Let's do a deep dive psychological analysis.
Oh shit, we're all fucked.
Where does orange cone come from?
Maybe you've seen them. They're all around. Normally at construction sites.
Really? No. In New York, we only have green ones.
Is that a joke?
Yeah,
That
was a
doesn't make any
joke.
sense.
That was a joke.
No, so orange cone. The reason why I came up with that name is when you see an orange cone, it means you need to stop. You need to pay attention because something's happening. Whether it be good, whether it not be bad, that's unknown, but you have to pay attention. And sometimes when you stop at an orange cone, it's because they're building something beautiful and something awesome. So stop, pay attention, take a minute and look at it, and that's what orange cone production is about.
They also put orange cones to block potholes.
Right. And I would like to avoid people, falling into my pothole.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah, Kevin, that pledge didn't go through. You're gonna have to try again because I looked at his kick track and he has not got that back today. In fact, he needs to get it back today. Like it's time. He needs it. Oh well, maybe I don't know. I'm looking at kick tracks and maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Double check it though for us. Pete loves it when his holes are full of pot.
What's the name of your company there, Frank?
Oh, there we go. It's done.
My company name is Frank Martin.
Oh, you don't have a.
No.
You don't have. Oh, okay.
You know what? I had I was in one of Tyler's masterminds, and I had posed a question. I'm like, do I need a publishing line or title or something? Because everybody had one, and we talked about it. And my ultimate goal was, the conclusion was, I just wasn't going to do it. I'm just me. I make books. I put them out there.
All right. Jonathan Hendricks does the same thing. He doesn't have a publishing line. He just does this thing. I'm gonna move me, so you got my logo, but you've got to be by the love and the live.
Oh, you screwed me up.
We got it.
I want to have the eyes like Cyclops.
Yeah, where'd Bonfire come from?
Oh, okay. So, thank you, Wendy. Bonfire Press came from the fact that when Wendy and I ran our online role-playing game, we had a behind-the-scenes place for all the moderators to talk, and that was called Around the Campfire. We really believe in the idea of stories developing, kind of in that sort of community-driven society, so to speak. So the idea of Bonfire Press is that it would be a community of people kind of working together to create all these cool stories, which is why we've got stories from guys like we have Eric in there, and we have my good buddy Ben Cook in there, and Chris Latimer, and of course Wendy and myself, and we're planning on doing more in the future. So Bonfire Press is that community of writers, storytellers, creators.
And you know what's cool about bonfires? People get drunk around them.
Oh yeah, they do. So when you look at our logo, that is actually the picture basically of an actual party we had at our buddy's house, and it's all of us standing around the bonfire, and most of us, a lot of us who were at that party, we look at the little logo and we go, that's me, and oh, that one's tall, so that's Ben, and like we know which one of those figures is which.
I've been trying to get him to do an anthology because I think bonfire stories or campfire stories would be great. Bonfire stories.
Those were big in like the 80s and the early 90s. The anthology movies. They always had like an anthology, and the narrative story was like kids around the campfire. Like, are you afraid of the dark?
Mm-hmm. What about you, Sean? You have a name for yours?
Intelligent. It's like 2 words. It stands for Intelligent Generation of Comics. If you look at the logo, it's almost like I don't know if you could bring it up, Travis. Sure. Just scrolling down a little bit, but so I wanted something that kind of popped, like the image I. But then if you look at it, it kind of looks like a lowercase t as well. So basically, intelligent is just combination of 2 words, an intelligent generation of comics.
All right. Mr. Sam, what do you got? How did it come to be?
Well, Sinopa Publishing is actually from the name Sinopa, which is the language of the Blackfoot tribe, which is actually from one of my ancestors. It was a name that we considered for my daughter Willow until we settled on Willow, which was actually chosen by her sister.
Nice. Not by the movie Willow.
No. Actually, her sister, who had never seen the movie Willow at the time, who was only 3 years old, was actually sitting in the floor playing, and my then wife and I and 6-year-old daughter were talking about different names, and the 6-year-old wanted to name her Princess Barbie something. And the then wife and I were having the discussion, and from out of nowhere, the little 3-year-old just perks up and she sighs. She's like, "But her name is Willow. Why do you keep trying to change her name?" And we'd never discussed Willow. She'd never seen the movie Willow, and we'd never come up. And so yeah, we decided right there. The then wife and I just looked at each other and said, "Yeah, okay, Willow works," and that's what we named him.
Yeah, when a kid has that like matter of fact, and you don't absolutely hate it, you've got to like kind of go with it because they know something you don't, right?
Yeah, and so.
By the way, you've got some bumps. You know, we started out at 191, so we're starting to build right here.
Thank you, guys. We might get to 200 here after all, eh?
And then
maybe. So we're doing great.
We do have one more publishing company, and that's Cat Scratch Press.
We haven't forgotten them. We also got Mike and Trish. I want to know where they came up with their stuff. Hold on. What do you guys? Did you guys have a name for your stuff or no?
Yeah, we got a name. We haven't really figured out what all to do with it, but it was because when I used to play wrestling, I ran a stable called Twilight's Last Stand. And Trish said she just wanted our company to be on the road, so Twilight Road will be our combined company name.
Right, because the road, you never know if it's your like coming, going. You never know where you're going. You know, so each person takes their own journey. So
now I was very sad that there was like some movies that came out a while back, some Twilight stuff that kind of spoiled my name.
Right.
My stuff doesn't usually sparkle, but I mean,
you never know.
I had to know if I'd ever seen any of those movies.
Bring sparkles a fair amount.
Bring could sparkle a bit.
Bring sparkles.
Cat, go ahead. Tell us where Cat Scratch Press came. I have no idea.
Am I done buzzing?
Sounds like it.
Yes. Okay.
I could add it if you want me.
Thanks. Much appreciated. See, I couldn't hear it before, so I didn't know it was doing it. Cat Scratch Press comes from Cat, short for Katrina, and the fact that I'm pretty much a crazy cat lady. Even my children say that. The Cat Scratch Press, actually, I was playing with names, couldn't come up with anything. And Russell Nolte and I were talking about it, and he said, "So, all your names are way too cutesy. Your stuff isn't as cutesy as you think it is."
Yeah,
some of it has a pretty kind of a darker undertone to it. And he actually came up with Cat Scratch Press. So I liked it and went with it.
Royalty.
So you know what? Because of Danny has some questions. If you got any stretch goals, let's go over everybody's campaign one more time, and then we don't have to wrap it up, but we'll kind of close and do some after hours stuff so everyone can kind of go to bed. You know,
Travis After Dark.
Ooh.
When the shirt comes off.
Still got this much left. I mean, we gotta keep going.
No one likes a quitter, right, Travis?
No one
Danny, if you message me, we can make that happen.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
And if you don't know like how to reach me, Travis knows how to get in touch with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love that. All right, so let's start with who was here first. So, do you have any stretch goals, or is that not something you do because your campaigns are so short, Frank?
I don't do so. I mean, I was gonna do a stretch goal for Grimspace, and then I forgot, and I was kind of just like, okay, I'm not gonna do any stretch goals, so I didn't do any for this either. which is kind of fine.
Yeah, I mean, stretch goals, I think they matter at the end, right? I think stretch goals, I think they do get interest, but I think they really matter at the end to get that extra couple of bucks. Because I've seen people, especially when we're doing Cthulhu, like, we're like, how many $100 do you need to get to that next thing? Because they were willing to spend it. But most of the time, it doesn't add a lot.
It complicates campaigns. I mean, the thing was, I was doing the same stretch goal for campaign to campaign. My campaigns are pretty formulaic. If you analyze them and break them down, everything is the same. The tiers are kind of the same. So, yeah, I make books. I put books out. I don't want to overcomplicate things because
sure. So give us a quick pitch one more time.
It's about plumbers. They go to a house. They find monsters.
Cool.
That's it. That's the book.
I do love, by the way, variant covers is new for you. You haven't always done variant covers, right?
No, I do them. I just don't do a lot.
Right.
That's another thing. I'm trying to eliminate expenses. You know, I mean, variant covers do pull in money, but every time you have a different cover, the printers like to bang you for charging for putting a new
plate. Yeah.
My
printer doesn't, but yeah.
Impressions doesn't, right?
Well, Impressions doesn't for me. They do for other people.
Yeah, they do.
Mine doesn't either.
They do for me because they don't like me.
Well, I was an early first one of their first customers, so I get
Travis got a sweetheart deal.
I do. That's why I don't leave, regardless of how many mistakes.
From Comic Impressions.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm not going to stick around for everybody's final campaign, but
that's fine.
I'm burning the
midnight longest.
We love you. I think you're great.
I think I'm great too. That's why I kiss the mirror every night before I go to sleep.
There's going to be more Polar Paradox.
More Polar Paradox.
Yes.
It's coming. It is definitely coming.
I want to write
the sequel is called Equator's End. So
I like Polar Paradox. I think I actually messaged
same
Frank.
characters, new characters.
Same characters, continuation of the story. Cool. So it should be a lot of fun. Bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Feel better, Chuck.
Thanks, buddy.
Are you drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm sure that helps.
Oh yeah. I don't know that I'm sick.
It numbs the pain.
Man, he talks shit news. Damn that.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
I know, right?
Hey, I'm gone.
Damn. All right. Hold on. So before we go through everybody else, we got to go to Kat because everybody's got to get a backer, or that's a thing we do. Like when you go on my show, like a lot of people's show, they're just like, oh, we're just going to talk about your book if nothing happens. No, man, like things need to happen. So Chuck brought Cat Dad here, so we've got to get him a backer. We've got to get him one. So we were at 19, so we're still at 19. So let's bring that up first. Let everybody go through their stuff still to keep pressing on to try to get us a backer over at Cat Dad. Even $1, and there's as low prices as $1, I think, for when you're doing these things.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he's got $1 for coloring pages.
But it is. It's a lot of the stuff on there is cheaper and it's great for kids. We all have kids in our life, whether it's nieces, nephews, cousins, grandkids, whatever, what have you. If there's some kids in your life that you think would benefit from a good, fun moral story, please consider picking this up for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's good enough for Scout, it's good enough for you people.
What do you mean, you people?
You people, you know what I mean.
Damn. All right, I feel you.
I'm being mildly ageist.
It sounds racist to me. I don't know.
All right. So the next person to appear was Kat, but Kat doesn't have anything to promote right now. Go ahead and hire her as an editor. What do you got?
Yeah. Yeah, hire me.
Give her, if you want that $20 that we're all sharing, you need to give her that $20.
Right. The $20 got to come to me so I can pass it on to,
I
Travis
actually,
and
I actually do
round
kind
the
of
room.
like Frank's idea of signing it and passing it on. That sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know if I want to do it with the 20 though. I need to, buy macaroni. So maybe pass $1 between everybody.
That's $1.
All right. So the next person was Sam. Sam came on. So let's go back and look at Reign of Ages, which I was begging for money at some point, and then all of a sudden people are like, "Yo, Reign of Ages, they only got 48 hours left. We got to give that guy some money."
Yeah,
yo.
that 48 hours ticked over. We were in really
Let it rain.
Let it rain, right? Let it rain.
Definitely. This is our.
So yeah, when we started this, it was at 191 and 5,690. So we've got a decent amount of money and a few backers.
Oh yeah, it's been a good night. It's been a good week for us too. Really, a really good night for us. Reign of Ages, hot elf girl with a sword, a lot of brutal violence, a little bit of nudity, so it is 18 plus. Very, very little nudity, just a topless monster. And the beginning of a new series. We're going to be releasing this quarterly. Aisha Golsnev is actually currently working on the cover for issue 2. I'm working on script revisions for issue 2 before I send it to Alexia for edits. And Nick Capone is chomping at the bit to get started on it. So really encouraged by that.
So a question about the staff thing. Why did she have a staff in this one? Because it's bugged me a couple of times and I've been wanting to ask you.
It was artist interpretation.
Okay. All right. So
it was from he based a lot of this on one of the original character design elements that was done by Nick. But yeah, throughout the series, she wields a particular sword. Right. That you'll see her actually take up in issue 2.
Right. And I'm sure you'll get her to have this staff at some point because that staff's cool looking. So you got to.
Yeah, we've actually been asked to do a couple of crossovers with this character, which is weird considering issue 1 isn't out yet.
Right.
But we've we've been invited to 2 different universes. So Nick is pretty excited about that. So I think we'll probably do that with one of them. Of course, the element on that is if we pick something up in that universe, we got to leave it in that universe because we don't want to have any type of trademark conflicts further downstream. Right. But yeah, I mean, we can certainly play with that. And of course, the image we have here from Fernando Ruiz from one of the bonus, it was also based on one of the earlier design elements too. So we've got it's gonna have to happen eventually, maybe after the end of the first big story arc.
Got to hit 6K because I want that print. Yeah. Well, Sam realized that we are at 6K. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah, we've actually got $350 in retailer backers that we're just waiting for them to push the button on. We confirmed that with them late yesterday and today. So yeah, we're going to roll past 6. The big question is, will we hit 7? I think we can. Like I said, we've got 200 and some backers who have saved the campaign and haven't pledged yet. So I think as we roll into the ending soon category, I think we have a good shot at hitting 7.
Right. No, and I know that you're going to be out this weekend hitting the shows and doing stuff. So absolutely.
Yeah, we end on Friday. So tomorrow and Friday night, we're doing a countdown with Pops. So that promises to be entertaining. And yeah, we should have a lot of fun. We've had a lot of support from Travis, obviously sharing links around. Mm-hmm. Everyone who's on here, except I don't think I know Sean. So, but it's good to meet you, Sean. But I've seen everyone else sharing the link around at least once or twice. So thanks for putting the word out. And of course, Travis and I were sharing each other's campaigns and updates. So
sharing updates, yeah.
You can see that. That's a good habit. Another thing too is that you'll see in this book are promo ads for some other indie creators. So I'm waiting on an ad from Pete Vasquez, the underground artist legend, and then I have the one from Larry, and I'm getting one from Max, and then we have the first, I guess you could say, first advertisement that anyone will recognize is on the actual back cover from the Cooper School.
Yes.
So, and we donated that space to the school, as everyone on this project other than me is a Cooper grad or instructor. So
nice.
To try to help the school out a little bit, they've done some wonders for us.
All right. So next person here was Mike and Trish.
Well, no, can we touch on Wendy's question? She's like,
yeah.
thoughts, add-on versus stretch goals. Basically, in my opinion, it's money versus giveaways. In my opinion, because add-ons are things you're adding on to the campaign and you're making money off of it, where stretch goals are things you're giving away as the thing. So for me, I would rather, and I know I'm probably the naughty one because Chuck and Mike know this. That's why Mike's like getting away from me. I would rather give more away to thank the people for being there for us than get more money.
Mike is getting away because your voice will go very loud by my head.
Sorry.
I actually like the add-ons because I typically have very small margins anyway. And so I think it's a good way to help cultivate interest in other titles we've developed. But I mean, we try and pack as much as we can in here. Reign of Ages is basically priced at cover price plus shipping is what you're seeing. So being able to raise $5K was essential because we still had to pay for lettering. And then the last bit of our pay for our editor, and then everything else is printing and shipping. So it was really important. We're glad that we have a lot of content that we can add on between 47 Furious Tales and some of the other stuff we offered. So it's been really good to us.
Chuck?
Why versus? You should have them both.
That's a good point. Yeah, both
really,
have merits.
Yeah, I mean, really, just do them both. Don't leave any money on the table, guys.
Yep. Give people
And
rewards.
I'm going to tell you guys a secret, Trish, that I would have advised you if I was making your campaign that they didn't. Never announce your stretch goals beforehand, because let's say you're busy, right? And you come in and you can push that envelope a little bit because you want to like always gain like $500. That's a good thing. So like sometimes, like for instance, my campaign, I did so well, I could push my stretch goal a little bit further out, which helps me, help that profit loss, right? Especially if I know I'm going to get it. So if you announce it early, you're kind of stuck to those things where now I can make any number I want, whatever I decide that next stretch goal needs to be, which helps me gain a little bit of that money back.
But stickers are so cheap. That's
I understand, but again, I never want money sitting on the table,
And everything weighs something, and that, while it doesn't seem like it does, the shipping is one thing that surprises almost every new Kickstarter creator. Unless you've been doing online businesses for a while where you're accustomed to it, shipping is always a surprise for folks. So
I dread shipping.
Be mindful of the weight because it will surprise you.
I totally dread shipping, so I'm worried about that. But all of the stretch goals that we currently have listed on the Kickstarter, which would take us through like $6,000, Trish basically wanted to give them away anyway.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, Chuck will surely agree with me that Trish just wanted to give them to everybody.
Oh, hey.
Look, you got some backers. We got 2 backers.
We got some backers. Thank you, gang. I appreciate that. I'd love to see that bad boy go over 500. But that's
all right. So next, Trish. And again, there's no right or way. I'm showing you advice from what I've learned as I've progressed. Because I've given more than I've gotten before when I've given. If you back something from me like early on, like broke down at stickers and like air fresheners, all sorts of crazy stuff, and it can get crazy sometimes, especially if you're doing well and you're not expecting to do well. Because imagine if you like have to make up stuff as you go, which is a great problem to have. Just it's a problem in trying to afford all those things.
Belial had the Section Candy air freshener, so I mean, there was that.
They did. That was actually
I'm kind of sad. Mine is dying now.
Oh, funny story about that one. I went in my bathroom one day and it smelled good, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" I found an air freshener from one of your campaigns, and I have the air freshener like sitting by the pooper, just looking at me when I'm hanging on the wall. I was like, "This is weird," but let's do it.
But yeah, no,
and it should have been
I
a cover.
appreciate you telling us not to like give it away, but I don't want people to think that they're not getting anything either for being
Sure.
supportive of us. So it's kind of a toss up, and it's also like we
But
talked
they're-
about writing on
but-
the.
Trish, aren't they getting what they're pledging for?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what their expectation is.
Yeah. Don't feel guilty about delivering what you promised.
Right.
Yeah.
Trish would certainly like to over deliver.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, over delivering.
I'm that way. I'm that way
but-
too. I had stickers as a stretch goal that we just missed this last campaign, and I ordered them anyway because I'm going to have them at conventions and such. But it took everything for me not to be sticking like a full set in every package that went out. But I was like,
Trish,
no.
You're already over delivering. Look at that book. Go read that book again, man.
It's
a fucking
beautiful
killer book.
It's a beautiful book. I
Yeah.
mean, I cry every time I look at it because I'm like, that's our art. You know, that's our team. You know what I mean? And it does not fail in any comparison. I mean, it just is. I'm gonna cry now because I love it so much, and I want people to know how much we love it.
No, I think they do. I mean, Wendy's message to you was so beautiful, like, and it just shows what you guys have done and for the community. And I said it on your launch day when I was there. Yeah, and I don't, I'll be honest. Me and Larry, it's no secret that Larry and I do not get along. But I'll be on a video with Larry to give you guys support all day long. So
I like Pete's air fresheners, but I would never have a bacon air freshener ever. I'd be hungry the entire day.
Yeah, I'd be driving through drive-thrus all day long.
Like, Trish, what does
having this book done and up meaning to y'all? Basically, what does it have? Having this book up and people have supported it and it's going to happen. Like, what is
And
it
being
mean?
able to read it and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, it's a little odd because I wrote this story, so it's not like I'm ever surprised, I guess, in the overall. But I can look at it now and I can see this every day. This is my screen. Well, no, the first page is my background on my computer. So when I turn on the computer, the first page comes right up with the nudity because this is my house. I can have nudity.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
no, go ahead.
No. Finish your thought, please.
So it's just amazing every single day, and it's a little sad that I'm pretty much done with everything for this book. But I already know that me and Trish are talking about the second issue. I sent the issue off to Chuck. And I do not want you to rush to do it because I want COVID brain gone first. But when we do get to it, then I'm going to be getting in new art for issue 2. So, it's just like a trip that keeps going.
For me, having this book done means that I gave 8-year-old Mike his dream of having his own comic book. 40 plus years in the making, and I helped him accomplish that dream, that goal, when he was at the corner store buying the around the rack, those books,
It was 7-Eleven.
Okay. But he was there buying those comics and thinking he can do that. And I did that for my husband. I made his dream come true.
Yeah, Danny, I've been meaning to put a retail tier up. I talked to Chuck about it. I just haven't actually put it up. We had to get some numbers from our
printer,
the guy that's putting the books out to make sure that everything was going to be good first. It'll be up in the next day or so. I'll message you when it's up.
Yeah, he just came back from LA. I didn't know they had this, but they had a printer convention.
Mm-hmm.
What did they talk about? How they don't have?
I have
paper?
a question
Did you
actually
say
for Trish. What's up?
Sure. Go ahead, Chuck. I'm ready. I'll answer anything. I'm an open book.
Oh, I think. Oh. Ask, Chuck.
Yeah, sorry, I lost all like video and sound and stuff for a second there. Trish, a lot of people won't know that you never read the script. You very specifically didn't read the script. Want to kind of push your own thoughts on Mike because you were worried that you would change the story from his original intention. So now that this book's done, have you read it and what do you think about it?
Oh, I've read it and I am so thrilled because it's amazing and I love it and it changes. I mean, it goes from so serious at points to so much fun and my aunt's in that book and she died.
No. We're not going to talk about that.
Mike had Sergio put my aunt in the book, and she's the one that passed away this summer, and she didn't get to see it finished.
Baby, that's for us. That's
so seeing it completed is just it's so amazing.
It's a good thing.
It is.
I mean, that's something that can never be taken away from you. That will be a published book. That's somebody will have it until the plastic bag wears out. And plastic is really durable. There are comics still from before World War II.
Yep.
It just this book means a lot. It's just really hard today because I got in the mail my aunt's Halloween card I sent her. And so and then seeing her in the book. So I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional today. But this
You're good. I mean, I don't think anybody can sell that book better than that little minute. So if you're watching this on the replay or you're watching it now, if you don't feel that this book is important or the comics are important, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you're watching this video or following me. Yeah, like these things are important, and
getting this book accomplished was a lot for us. I mean, a lot of people don't know that me and Mike had 2 surgeries during this process, and I had spinal surgery during this process. Thank you. But and Mike will add the retailer tier. We just had to make sure on the final number. So, but I just want people to know this book is just not to make money because I know people are like out there on Kickstarter wanting to do that. This is a dream for Mike.
Beautiful. You're okay.
This is what Kickstarter is all about. It's about crowdfunding. It's about building support and building a fan base that you may never have and touching that. And you guys have influenced so many people and helped other people achieve their dreams. And this is helping them show you. This is, in my opinion, what makes Kickstarter a stronger community than Indiegogo. It's not that I don't like Indiegogo or stuff, that you see who backs what and you see the communities and they grow every time you do a post. It tells me who backed this and I can see the community that's coming together behind stuff. I know half the people who've backed Sam's book because I've got the messages because there are people who back my books and stuff, and I know that this community grows. And that's something that Kickstarter does really, really well. When you're talking about it as a platform, you're doing great. I know Chuck wants to say something, so I'm going to give him that.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say anything near as serious. I was going to try to make things a little funnier, so you keep going, buddy.
Please do.
Yeah, I was just going to say... Oh, go ahead, Chuck. It's fine.
No. Go, Kat. Go.
No, I was just going to say that, Trish, that feeling doesn't go away. Right. I just did my 3rd book, and when I opened that box from the printer, I literally sat there and almost cried because it was like, I did this. This is something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid, and I'm doing this. And I think that's one of the great things too, and not just the community. The community is amazing. But that personal feeling of I made this happen is something that for me has never gone away with each book. I bitch and moan every Kickstarter I do. If anybody who's around me knows, I hit a point where I'm just like, why do I do this to myself? but this is why I do this.
Right. I mean, and
So
I
that
don't
at
want
the
anybody to think that I'm fake when I'm
Oh my
thanking
God,
people
no.
because
Oh, no.
No.
I am
No.
grateful.
No
I
one
am
thinks that.
grateful every chance I get. My book is beautiful and I love
It
our
is.
book.
It's gorgeous.
That's great.
You might be able to be a little bit more fake to actually hide a little bit of something.
Right?
A little bit of fake wouldn't be bad.
I leave it all out on the table. I'm like, I'm grateful for everything. I mean, everything we've been given. I'm not taking it as light because I appreciate it, but I know we worked hard to get here too.
Yep.
I do like what Travis was talking about earlier, where you can set up Kickstarter to tell you when other people back things, because sometimes people alert me to things that I might have missed.
Yeah.
And now I found there are some people that read about the same books that I do, and I'm just like, what? What are they reading? I've got to go look at it.
Yeah.
No, it's a big deal, and it helps, and it's good. So, Sean, you're next, but I can go next because I wouldn't want to follow that. So,
in all candor, I don't have an interest in following it either. But I'm on a laptop. I'm about to die. So let me just say, I'll share the campaign link again. If anybody likes this,
I'll bring it up real quick.
Feel free. The cool thing is my stretch goal is actually my funding goal at this point. So if you do back it, you end up getting another 6 books from great creators. I'd be happy with my campaign is what introduced you to them. From my friends at Concrete Comics to Unlikely Hero Studio. A lot of great creators, a lot of great books. They're all books that, I would say, hey, read this and you'll like this. I think that some of the people that agreed to give books to the campaign, I asked directly because I respected their work. So definitely not a cash grab either, but if it's sentimental, I got nothing on what's happening over there with Trish. I would say back Trish's book instead for sure.
Oh.
No, there's enough money out there for everybody.
I'm kidding. No, I was touched by that. Sometimes you could tell it's very deep and genuine, and you don't always know what to say. But I think everybody in the room felt the same, and that was a special moment that you shared. Thank you.
There's got to be at least 2 20s out there that we're passing around.
I was going to say, if we give a 20 to Brink and Fetch, they'll give it to Sean, and it'll pass
Right,
on.
it'll just go around.
Maybe tomorrow, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've never seen this before, which is pretty cool. Like, we're back supported by many of the mainstream curators. I like that. Like we get shout outs of who liked your stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody do that. It's neat. I kind of like that.
Well, it's kind of, to me, it's like we talk about being a community, but I think it's also important to know who are our friends, who are our allies.
Yeah.
Enemies, who gives a shit, right? That's not important at all. But what's important is, like, who do we love, who do we like, who do we support, who has our back. I like that aspect of it. I've never been so I guess inclined to be around and put my face out there as I am lately and now. But I think I see the positive in it. I have certain shyness and things that have maybe prevented me from doing it, but I think it's what we have to do and what we need to do because it puts our face with our brand, with our voice, and all of that.
Oh, I am so thankful for Trish because Trish will get out here and put her face everywhere. And for the most part, I can just sit in the background and type away.
I crossed her on Pops. I saw her. She was coming on later, and she joined me for my segment.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Please. I have done every show there is possibly, and then some more because I have learned from my buddy Chuck here. You know what? If they're sick of seeing your face, then they'll just back you so they can turn off the program.
Yeah, Belial was an inspiration for how often you should be on. Every 13 minutes, Chuck was on another show.
That was just to beat my numbers. He just needed to beat my number, and he did. So he just wanted to. That was him.
I worked hard. I worked hard to do it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring everybody down. It's
you did totally good.
You did fine.
It's just overwhelming of emotions today.
I think it's important that people hear that side of it too. What it means to us as creators to see our work out there.
Yeah, most of the rest of us aren't going to be able to cry like that, and
Well,
we'd shut it off. If I start crying, I'll shut the video off. Just, I'm crying now. I'm shutting this off.
Not me. I cry all the time.
No,
The first time I got Steph Wilson art, I cried. First time I got Travis, I cried. I cry all the time.
Trish, you've got me worried because Sean and I for Belial 3 since Belial 2, his grandfather passed away and my stepdad passed away. So we decided to put them in the book. So now I'm all worried. I'm going to be on a show and I'm going to be like, what's that dad doing? I want you to get this book. You're going to love it so much. So I totally feel where you're at. I completely get it. We put a piece of our souls and a piece of ourselves into these things.
I can send you this if you need it, Chuck. Just a hanky.
I might need it. Might need it.
Just a regular old hanky.
It's for his issue.
I've been sitting here this whole time, and I look over, and there's a mirror that's aligned with my face to make me look like Harry Potter. If I look into it, it says Harry Potter's weird face that I have not seen this whole time, and it really freaked me out. So sorry if you guys saw me go like.
I'm dying, guys. Great.
Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Good to meet you, Sean.
See you, buddy.
So speaking of dead parents, Granite State Punk is.
Wow. Oh, okay. There's a segue.
I have both my dead parents, and they're in New Hampshire. I'm from New Hampshire, and this is me dealing with the anger of them. Like, if we're being real and sensitive for a minute, this book is written out of my anger and frustration of the way I was raised, of them being gone and me not being able to address it, the good and the bad of it. That's what it is, and that's why it's written in such a unique form of being aggressive and angry. And this book is special because Chuck hasn't read it yet. I know it sounds weird, but if I love something,
that's intriguing. That if my shipment gets here first, I can read something before Chuck.
Yeah, no, I like to.
That never happens.
Surprise Chuck, and when I think something's really good, I want to hear Chuck's opinion because I want him to tear it apart if it's bad, and I want him to also praise me because Chuck's opinion is really all that matters to me in the grand scheme of things. And Heather, like if Heather's gonna leave me, like I need to know, like in advance.
You got a backup person,
right? I basically ask her every day, like you're not leaving me today, right? I just curious, just asking,
making sure,
just throwing it out there, just
need to know how to plan my day.
Right. Dead parent segue, I approve.
No, I like what Wendy said because, like, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a roller coaster of emotions. Like, you were so scared and nervous. And I mean, even Mike got up a couple nights ago to like check the Kickstarter. He's like, "Did we hit it yet?"
Well, that was so weird. I woke up in the middle of the night and I just had to go check the Kickstarter, but I was like, didn't want to wake Trish up, so I'm trying to do it from my phone.
I think a lot of people are guilty about that.
I kept it open on my phone. I had it open.
I was positive we had made it. Like 3 or 4 in the morning, I was like, I got to check it because we've made it, and I've got to tell Trish. And it took me a while because I was trying to be quiet. I didn't want to wake her before, I could tell her we made it. And I was so disappointed. I didn't cry like Trish, but I was disappointed when I found out we didn't make it yet. What woke me up? Do I just have to pee?
And then, like today, when we made it, like calling everybody we know, messaging the whole team. We did it. We funded. Thank you. And being appreciative of everything. And then our daughter bringing cakes, and then I got my aunt's Halloween card finally sent back to me. And I'm like, you did the book, and I'm like losing it.
Oh, no more losing it.
It's funny. I was on an interview the other night with the Crypto Comics guys, and we ended up talking about Brink and Fetch and Cat Dad. And one of the guys, we got some people to come and jump on and pick up Brink and Fetch. And Trish was in there, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are talking about my book! I'm so excited! I'm over here crying!" And afterwards, I was talking with the guys. We're just kind of hanging out. And they're like, "That's so sweet." She said she was crying. I was like, "No, motherfucker, she was crying. I'm telling you. She didn't say she was crying. She was crying. I know that woman very well. Tears were welled. They happened. There was soiled napkins. She cried.
Oh yeah. I mean, my tears are legit. You know what I mean? Because I'm so honored that people would even mention us. You know what I mean? And because I think of you guys in this room as great people, and to even consider us as one of your peers,
No, of course.
One of us.
Well, and that team, we're so proud of that book. Like, for the whole rest of the team, we've been published. We've done this stuff before. This is not new to us, but we got to be a part of making somebody's dream reality. Mm-hmm. And what was really cool is that whole team, everyone, like Jerome on lettering, Shauna on coloring, my boy Sergio, it's Sergio Rios, right? Mm-hmm. On pencils. Everyone took it so seriously and did such a good job. And I remember there was even times where we would come and we'd be like, hey, Sergio, we kind of need you to play with this a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, no problem. Never any bitching. Everyone was so happy to work hard and really make this the best version that they could imagine. So, I mean, and that's because of you guys. Like, you guys inspired us and really revved our engines and made us want to do that, because we just saw this innocence and this excitement that for a lot of us, it's not gone, but it's not as strong, you know, because we've done this and we're doing it again, and you're in this cycle. And so being able to watch you guys do this and see all of it, it was just amazing. So.
Well, I mean, and look what Chris did. He had that one cover almost done, and then he's like, guys, I'm not feeling it. Let me do it. Let me try again. And he did it again. And the same with Steph. We were just going to have the girls playing on a car, and he's like, no, tell me your story and you know what got you into doing comics and following this whole path with Tom Hutchinson. And you know, and he's like, let me do an homage cover. And we're like, okay, you know what I mean? It's so our team kind of knew us, and you knew where we were going to, Chuck, you know. So it's amazing that y'all could read us and help us out. And I mean, like David, even that arm where Vetch is just holding Brink back, like that protective, and because like he's like, that's how I see Mike, you are with Trish, you know, you gotta kind of hold her back because she gets a little intense sometimes, you know. And it just, even the smallest little detail like that, I mean, I'm just so amazed at this book.
No, absolutely. But I think that is it, guys. I think we've talked about all the books. We've gone through the stuff. I'm going to go to make sure that I've hit my goals today, because I've written everything down to make sure everybody's good. So Pipe Creepers, let's go back to that for a second. Mm-hmm. So when we started this live, we were at 305 at 6,461. We just got another back as we're talking here. Oh wait, hold on. You guys can't see that, can you? No, you see nothing. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's get it up. Let's add this. Sorry about that. I want to make sure everybody gets their proper credit. I love these because I barely get to talk about my book, but I love you guys and your compassion. And that's why I do this, you know, because, you know, like Chuck says, been around the block for a little bit, and I know what it's like to not feel supported. So if any of my fans can come over and help, you know, that's great. Yeah. And that's why I make a big deal on my lives, because not like here, I want to actually throw some shade a little bit because I do that sometimes. Like, so many people just have you on and they want you on for their edification to help them grow. Like, they want their YouTube videos, they want their stuff. I don't have a YouTube channel that I care about. I don't have any of that. I want to help my friends. So try to go on the shows that do that. Like, if you're a creator and you're listening to this thing, I know people watch it later, try to go on the ones that want to help you. So that's why I make a big deal when I do it. Let's see an increase. Like, this is what we're for. It's okay to ask for money. It's okay. Like people get confused by it. It's okay to ask. It's okay to say, hey, back this because, you know, it's okay to ask for that sale. And you're not going to get that sale if you don't ask for it. All right.
Yeah. Wait. Mm-hmm. It is okay to ask, because it's amazing to ask. I've seen Chuck have some guests on, and he's been like, I really want to get them some money. And this does a wonderful thing. It means that I can look at Trish and say, I know we've backed a lot of Kickstarters, but what if I get the lowest tier? It'd be like, okay, and that lets me have one more of somebody's book. So I mean, yeah, it's great to ask. I mean, as long as it's not real pressure. I mean, I'd hate to be called out ever on a broadcast, but
Sure.
you know, if people are like, oh, we really want to get it, that's great, because that gives you the chance of asking, you know, hey, I know maybe one more.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that too, showing support. Like I've been on Rob's show the last 2 weeks, Backer Pause, and he's like, Trish, you know, we're running out of time. You know, which Kickstarter do you want to see?
Whichever one's not funded.
Whichever one's not funded. Which
Sure.
one needs more support? Let's watch those ones, because that's the ones that need to be out there and be out. I mean, you know, yes, there's ones that are like 30,000. They don't need extra help. Let's find the ones that are struggling to make
That is not true. Tom needs 35,000 to put out that figure.
Yeah.
Well, but I get what you're saying, and absolutely, and you know, Chuck is where Chuck and I are very close. If Chuck knows someone who deserves their respect, or knows I'm a super backer, knows that my back means something, Chuck will message me, hey, can you back this for, I know it's not your thing, Travis. Like I can look through my thing, and he's like, I know this book isn't your thing. I know what you like, but this guy, he has the goods and he deserves it. And yeah, I'll give the guy $3 for his digital, you know, no big deal. So, and I think
vice versa.
And that's a community.
He'll come to me and he'll be like, dude, I know it. Well, you'll do the same thing to me where you'll be like, hey, dude, this guy, he really could use it, blah, blah, blah. I know you don't have a lot of money. And I'm like, I can always throw $1. Let's do it. You know, like, absolutely.
Some of you motherfuckers, you drop that $1. That pisses Chuck and I off when we rant. You invest that $1. That's it.
Put the $1 in, kiss it goodbye.
Travis, how many times have I backed you just for the $1?
No. But the people
I am queen of dollars.
Take back that $1. Sam,
yeah.
do you have that? Where somebody will take back that $1?
What they're talking about is somebody took the $1 away from a campaign before.
Oh,
right. They put $1 in and then took it away.
I feel bad at Katrina's because it was a while on my credit card, and I had backed her for $1 on the other credit card.
On the debt credit card.
Yeah.
I was more worried. I didn't know it was her, and I was legitimately worried for this mysterious backer whose $1 didn't go through. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they? I hope they're like, okay. You know, I hope that they're being able to eat and have good, housing.
Right.
Like I was legitimately.
No, it just was an expired credit card, and I had to.
Was on. I don't know if we were on Hooligan Alley, and I think I mentioned it to James. And she's like, "Oh, it's mine. I'll get it fixed." I'm like, "Okay." Well, I feel better knowing that whoever it is okay.
Well, see, we back most all the projects with on my computer, and I get whatever I want from them because I'm spoiled rotten. But Trish will occasionally throw $1 at something. She hadn't updated the credit card on her Kickstarter at all because she doesn't use it as much as me.
Right.
Yeah, so I felt so bad, and she mentioned it on the show. I was like, "Oh shit, that's mine! I gotta update the card."
All right, so I
hear that Trish doesn't have food for the night, but
All right, I want to run through these real quick, and then we'll sign off. So we started at $305. At $6,461. I think we did a pretty decent job of raising that. That's like a 200 increase with 11 backers, right? That's good.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that's a good one. Let's see who else we got. Share. Let's see who's next. Reign of Ages. Where did we start with Reign? So this beautiful book right here, we had 191 backers. At 5,690, that is 5 backers, and like $120, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $130. So pretty good.
Yep, we had some big pledges come through.
Oh, we've made some one or two better groups in the red. But yeah, Reign of Ages is doing great. Again, you only got 46 hours left on that one, so make sure you back it quick. Same thing with Night Creepers.
We will hit our stretch goals sometime tomorrow.
And you get it on. You get your digital like this weekend.
Saturday,
Right?
yeah, we'll start fulfilling on Saturday for digital.
Crazy.
I'm literally uploading
Amazing.
the files to Drive Through Comics so that we can do our Swift quick distribution stuff tomorrow. So it's all prepped up.
Let's look at 2180. He was a little late to the party, but he did get a backer, which is great. You know, any backer counts, which is great. We got him up there, which is awesome, which I love. So Sean's got a backer, so now he can go back to his baby. He's probably watching on his phone next to his wife, and his wife's like, "Will you shut off that fucking phone? Like, you've been up so late." That's probably what's happening.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. You're waking up with the baby if you're staying up all fucking night. Let's see. Cat Dad and Super Mom. Let's see. Is it sharing yet? No, it's not. We got 2 backers. We have 2 backers on that. Still got 31 days to go on that one, which is cool. But I'm sure it'll get there. So it's gonna be a trug. It's a kids book. Kids books always struggle. So you know it's so don't be fooled by it having no longer numbers that it's not going to fund or that it's low quality. It's just kids books are hard when you have a lot of other stuff.
But there's such an amazing story to that, and like the original one too. It's just such amazing stories, and I'm 45 years old. I read that book, the first one, and I read it like a couple times, and I was like, "This is so cute! I gotta get some for the nephew and the niece."
And so what else we got next here? We've got the Brick Fretch. They started at 111, 3,056. They got 1 backer tonight, which is still confusing to me because, if you guys did not cry during your story, why have you not backed this book? So if you're watching this or you're watching on the replay, give them some effing money, please. Thank you.
Well, and they got a backer and an increase.
They did get a backer and an increase. So we did got to factor that in. And they would have you got to get that retail tiers. I think more people than you know will back that retail tier. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be more than just.
And that brings up an interesting thing because I've seen as you've seen on mine, I've gotten about 10% of our funding is in retail tiers. Right. I mean, and now mine are different. Mine are custom to the particular supporting stores, but I mean, one of our retailers went real heavy and they pledged $500 for theirs. So that's a lot of books.
Yeah. I mean, I had 3 retailer tiers sell on mine. I didn't think anybody would.
Well, Mike wanted me to get the exact amount what he was going to charge us for X amount of books. So I wanted to make sure it was right because I didn't want to cheat them, but I didn't want to cheat us either.
Right.
So
oh, Danny, you know it, brother. I'll go ahead and get you something special for John. You can count on that, man. I might. You and I need to talk because I got an idea about what to do for John.
And in a weird twist of fate, I am not doing retail tiers. Normally, my 10% of my stuff is retail. I'm not doing them this time, which is pretty cool. I have my reasons. Shh, don't make it weird. But we started at 217 backers. We are at 220. Nice. I had $6,159. I am at $6,281. So I had a pretty good increase tonight, which is awesome. So, guys, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight. It has been a pleasure.
Thanks for the therapy session.
And
it was cheaper than my therapist.
Can I give a quick shout out too?
Sure.
Okay, so just a moment, guys. I want to take and introduce you guys to something real quick. This is Death Trap by Dan Donnelly, who is very soon to be a civilian for the first time in a very long time. And Dan is an American manga artist of incredible talent who has proudly served his country, and he put together one hell of a provocative book. Okay? So if you happen to run into him on a con or you see his book on the shelf, do yourself a favor. Pick up Death Trap by Dan Donnelly. Absolutely wonderful American manga artist.
And as Sam has told you, he doesn't spend $20 on anybody. So, it's got to mean something if he's got the physical right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy birthday again, Danny. Yes.
That's just because I'm broke all the time.
We're all broke.
I feel you, Sam. I feel you.
Single
It's
dad
'cause
life.
so
man.
many damn Kickstarters.
Yep.
But thank you guys for hanging out.
Thanks for having us,
Anybody else
Travis.
have anything else they want to say before we log off?
Peace, love, and comics.
In a world where you can be anything, choose to be kind.
Take care of yourself and others.
Travis loves manga. I do. I talk about how much I love manga on the regular. Which is weird, by the way. So I had I'll tell one story before we leave, just to get a different tone. If you guys got to go. It's a story. Sometimes I have a story.
I love story time. Let's do this.
I got the coolest rejection letter ever yesterday.
Okay.
I got one today too, from a different one that was not cool, but I got a rejection letter. I'm going to read it, actually. I'm going to read the rejection letter because it's pretty funny. Talk amongst yourself. Tell a story.
Is it from Milestone?
Milestone?
Dear white boy, there's no way.
You know how many non-white people we blacked? So it says, "Hi, Travis. Thank you for submitting to From the Static. We had good news and bad news for you. First, we did not select your story from the Static. We do, however, have interest in developing your pitch as an individual one-shotter series. We would like to extend this offer to have Children of Judas, which is the name of the story, published by Band of Brothers in either 2023 or 2024. If this is something you're interested, let us know." And then there's some other stuff that's more private, but isn't that crazy? Like, they were like, "Hey, you're not gonna make it to our 1,000. That shit's not gonna work. You need to do a full issue, or we don't want you."
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
So
congratulations, Travis.
Thanks. Yeah, it was.
I wouldn't really call that a rejection letter, but congratulations.
It says it's rejected. It is not going to be in what I submitted it to. That is a rejection.
I'll tell you, in 1994 or 1995, I got a rejection letter from a certain RPG publisher, and they ended up publishing my piece 2 months later without telling me.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Did you have to then try to get money from it?
We had a discussion. We had a discussion. I was not in the United States at the time to have a very thorough discussion, so we had to have another type of discussion.
Right.
So Sam, we know Travis, Chuck, and me and Mike all know, and I think you know Henri too. Yeah. Henri has this show on Fridays where it's the
47 Furious Tales.
Yeah. So okay. So you know Henri.
Yeah,
why not reach out to Henri to see if your friend can get on his thing to.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking to Henri about it too. Plus, I've got a buddy of mine, Adam Watson, owns Comics Mainstream out in Oregon, which is how my books are being sold in marijuana dispensaries now too. So that's surprisingly good for me.
All right, beautiful. Don't be fooled by the pink-haired beauty that we've been seeing for the last little bit of time. He also does that book, 47 Furious Tales,
right?
That we've seen before.
Right.
That's not gone now. That's still something he does.
No, but his that's in
We've actually got three.
Right. I was just
reach
being
out.
playful.
Okay, yeah, reach out to Henri and have him on the show.
Yeah, definitely, because he is really something. He's pretty incredible, and Henri is a great guy. But I just want to say a quick thanks to Travis. Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it, all your support, all your kindness, and I would like to just point out that folks like Travis, like Tyler, and yes, I mentioned people that some people don't necessarily agree with, but I like anyway. Folks like Larry, Max, folks who are willing to share their experiences. This is one of the things that has really actually I think strengthened the indie comic community the last couple of years. For all the negative that people want to point out, the underlying strength of it holds the whole thing together. So just quick thanks to Travis, quick thanks to Chuck for editing everybody, and for Katrina, who works so very hard and does such a wonderful job. And welcome,
Thank you,
Mike and Trish. We look forward to many more books from you in the future.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are all amazing. Don't make me cry again.
No more crying. We'll shut it off if you cry again.
Yeah, Henri is great.
I'm appreciative
Henri is
of all
absolutely
of
great.
you.
I love Henri to death.
All right. Well, that is it, guys. That is it. Next, I'm gonna put everybody in the back. You guys can stay and hang around after, but I'm gonna put you in the back for a minute so I can do some kind of closing stuff. Okay?
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I don't really know how to do that, but I'm gonna do that. Remove from stream. Remove from screen. Screen. Chuck, now that they're gone, let's really talk some shit.
Fuck those guys.
Like they're gone, so they can't hear us. There's no way they can hear anything. So go ahead and say what you really feel. So we just they can't hear you. Just trust me. Go ahead. That's how internet feuds start.
I almost did. I almost took down your poor friend.
All right, hold on. I do. I'm actually gonna leave you. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. It's been super fun. Next week, I'm gonna have. I'm talking to Charlie Stigney. I'm talking to David Byrne and a few other people. I'm gonna get some publishers on here. I'm gonna try to get you guys some of the next level, the diamond stuff. So I'm going to get some of my friends. I'm going to ask some of my higher level friends to come on here and talk about some stuff. We are going to have pop-ins though. If you have a campaign up, obviously this is for the community. So we're going to have you guys pop in as well, but I want to kind of try that out, see what it works out. Again, I only do these when I have campaigns. We've done this for 3.5 hours. I hope you guys have had a good time. Thank you guys for all your love and support. I really, really love you. Thank you, Wendy. I am going to have a good night. I am. Now that Chuck's gone from the stream, I feel I can breathe easy, and things are going to go positive. So, good night. We love you. Take care.